Welcome to the Sacred Temple, the Hypersapien Show. This is, what are we up to? This is Season 2, Episode 5. And apparently the TH Pirate has already joined. And the 1 hour mark. Man, these guys are in fresh off the spaceship.
Hello.
So, yeah.
Hello, boys.
All right. Right there, love.
I got me cup of tea, so we'll see how we're going.
So before I started off, or before we get into stuff, I was going to give even though it's a day early technically, going to give a big shout out to all the beautiful mothers out there. We all have one, if you like them or not. Shout out to all the mums out there for Mother's Day. And I did have and especially all the single mums that are doing it extra tough. Big shout out and much love to you all. I hope you have a amazing day. And also I did have a separate shout out that someone wanted me to do as well. Mr. AJJJJJ wanted me to shout out to his lovely and beautiful mum here. So she's repping the Funkin' Hungry merch. He's got to get in the Funkin' Hungry mug on and the Funkin' Hungry tank top, singlet, whatever you want to call it where you're from. But yeah, big shout out to AJ's beautiful mum. We all love you, and hopefully you and all the other beautiful mums out there have a amazing Mother's Day. So I wanted to get that out because we most likely won't be able to shout you out tomorrow. But yeah, you're getting it in early, even though you should be praised and we should appreciate you every day. But there you go.
There you go.
There you go, everyone. But yeah, the world won't be the same without having some amazing mothers out there and women in general. We'll remove that and we'll get back into it. But yeah, let us know if you're in the chat. Like normally, it normally takes about an hour to go through the chat, so just give us a shout out if you're here, and I will just see who. So we have Roger the Pirate. Of course, before we get into it as well, shout out to the amazing co-hosts up here, Roger the Pirate, and the 1 hour mark. And I did make a couple of little notes as well, and if you can read my notes, it does actually have Mark Shedtalk right on here.
Wow. Hello.
Big shout out to Mark Shedtalk, Mr. Mark down here. His YouTube channel just hit 800 subs, so congratulations to Mark.
Thank you very much.
If you want to go check out Mark's channel, he has an amazing channel. He's restoring a vintage steamroller. You can see he's in the sheds there with it. He does a live every week where he goes through what he's been up to. If you want to check out his channel, if you go to the description down below after the live stream, or just put in Mark Shedtalk, or go down to the description and his link will be down there. It'd be great if you could sub up and show him some more of love. And also, of course, to Roger over here, who tunes in pretty much every week and helps me out. Yeah, this bloke here.
That bloke there, that's him.
And we have the director in the house, Stylesy. What happened to your eye? Oh, we have R. Mahatis. We have AJJJJJJJJJ, the alphabetical spaghetti western man. He's already here. And yeah. You're very welcome, AJ. I've had the pleasure of knowing AJ for a while outside of YouTube, and his mum's a very beautiful person as well, as you can see, repping the Funkin' Hungry merch as well.
We all need to.
You're very welcome.
We all need to rock a bit of Funkin' Hungry merch, that's for sure.
Yeah, if you're not just hungry, if you're Funkin' Hungry. But yeah, big shout out to AJ's mama. You're very welcome. Have a amazing Mother's Day. That's a wife beater, right? I don't know. I don't know if you can do that anymore, Peter. We're not living in the 1800s anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, welcome as well, Peter. I did see you earlier in the chat. And yeah, Roger's already coming in hot, as the kids say. You're very welcome,
Very
AJ.
nice.
Now, I still have a little bit of the old alky poo from last time. I was going to just start it off as well, having a little drinky poo to the lovely ladies out there as well.
Oh, don't do it on TikTok. You'll be muted or banned or banished or
Yeah, bloody
whatever
hell.
they do.
Yeah, they were saying something about a year ban. You didn't even give me a day ban yet. Yeah.
I'd just like
So,
to
yeah,
say cheers. Yeah, cheers. Just like to say a very hearted thank you for the shout out for the 800 subs, and very much appreciate all you guys supporting me on my crazy journey here. Thank you very much.
So yeah, this is to all the beautiful mums out there, and also cheers and very well deserved to Mark from Mark Shedtalk. And before we get too far into it, I have to say it's just when I was watching you the other day with all your different cameras and you sort of teaching or presenting, it was just a really humble and really beautiful experience to see, because I know how much bullshit you went through to get the shed going. I know how eager you was to get to where you are, and it's just very much, no bullshit aside, congratulations. You're doing what you wanted to do a
Yeah.
long time ago, and it's really great to see. So here, this is to you, Mark. Cheers.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much. Thank you.
We're following you be at 1K mark.
Oh, well, yeah, soon, Roger, soon, that's for sure. If I keep going the way I'm going, it's slow progress. I got a little bit disheartened the other day because I was at $7.99 and then somebody unsubscribed, and for whatever reason, other people have unsubscribed before and it didn't worry me, but this did for some reason. But then I got a notification like this morning, and hang on a minute, what? And suddenly I've got another couple of subs. So look, I was only, I might have typed this into our chat earlier. Most people, I know, G, you've had troubles getting my notifications, whether that, whatever reason that is for. People talk about this all the time. And most people pretty much are not going to subscribe, especially when it pops up in their feed anyway. I know I've watched a channel once, and excuse me, and then I start seeing their content on my page when I open YouTube. So therefore, there's no real incentive to subscribe. That's the way I think of it anyway. So I can understand why some people don't subscribe. They just wait till it comes up in their feed. And of course, the other thing is, like you said, and many other people I've seen on other channels, they don't get the notification for whatever reason. So yeah,
Like live streams and that. Okay, for live streams and videos.
yeah,
Like
right.
if my kid it comes up. It doesn't matter the live stream what now it is.
Yeah, I feel like ever since YouTube changed up how you get notified with the bell, how you can have it set to none, all videos, and how you can kind of have it on, off, or in between, where they kind of choose. I feel like that messed it. And what Mark was saying as well, when it comes up in your news feed, normally if you watch it, there's probably a certain amount of time that you watch a channel until it comes up in your news feed, maybe one video, maybe a few videos. But I'd say that some people get tricked that they've already subbed to the channel because they're seeing the content, and they might go, they might forget that they haven't subbed yet. But yeah, what you were saying as well, because I had a few issues around the 1K mark. Sorry, Mark. Around about the 1K 1,000 subs, I had a few, obviously, issues with some people. I remember it went up past 1K, like 1,014 extra subs, and then it went down 1K. So it was obviously a few people playing a bit of silly buggers, but It definitely
with multiple channels.
it's like when you want the number to tick over, when it's just in between and you don't care too much. You care about the subs, but you don't worry about the numbers too much. And then when you kind of want to say out loud, yeah, I've got 800 subs, yeah, I've got 1,000 subs. That's when it's annoying when you see it going down a few, up a few, down. And that's what it's.
And I totally understand that my content is not for everyone, and I'm not also putting out the content on a regular basis that I'd really like to. I'm struggling with that, and I know you have too, and maybe I don't know, Roger, whether you struggle with putting content out. You and Robbo 5 Live seem to get it out once a week. That's really good, that regularity. But it's partly to do with me and how I go about getting my content out and the way I go about recording my content too. So I get all these grand ideas, and then, life gets in the way. You get tired, something happens at home, or other things pop up. So that's it's not entirely YouTube's fault. It's a great platform. I just got to learn to use it better than most people, and I'm in the process of doing that.
It can be a little annoying in ways, and we can and and talk a bit of shit about it. But at the end of the day, YouTube has and is still a very superior and great platform.
Yep.
I used to watch normal TV, and sometimes I'm just watching normal TVs or shows. Sometimes you'll want to watch a show after another show, and you'll just sit there and just waste time. As soon as YouTube, and I started getting more into YouTube, I really liked the one-on-one with the content creators and just the type of platform it is. It's expanded, changed, and grown, and all sorts of crazy stuff over the years. But it is a really good platform. I feel like that I don't even have normal TV tuned in anymore. Like YouTube has been for a while, and
Yep.
Now I do it myself. I don't watch as many content creators as I used to be able to, but yeah, it's I just like that engagement that you can have, and even if you wish to, you can for a long time, probably even since it came out, you can talk to the content creator through posts, through comment sections. So it's you can get to know people if you want to a little bit more personalized than just watching someone on TV. Welcome,
Yeah.
Wizard, the ultra greatness of Wizard.
Hello, Wizard. You're absolutely right, G. And I still watch, from time to time, I'll still watch normal TV, but majority of what I watch is YouTube. And excuse me again, whether that's here on the computer, majority of it's probably on my phone when it's with me. Most of the time, that's where a lot of us get our content. However, like more and more people, I'm watching content on my TV in the lounge room, and it's just I don't quite like the interface. It's not as fluid as, say, on the computer. That's just my personal opinion. But if you for instance, sometimes I have watched you guys up there. Other times I might watch Sid Squad or other content. I do make a point of watching other content creators to see how they're doing their content, what they're doing, what they're saying, how they're doing it, all that sort of thing, because that helps me learn. And I may not absorb everything they're doing, but maybe one thing every so often, or that's me.
Well, really, we should all sort of give ourselves a pat on the back, because when people want to know how to get into content creating, the first thing really is to do it. And a lot of people, even myself included, worries about lighting and cameras and mics and stuff. You just need to start doing it, and you learn as you go along. But the fact that we've all got channels that we've, as we're saying, regularly post on, but also, yeah, shout out to all the people that we've watched that inspired us, or even gave us inspiration, or even the opposite. Sometimes you might see a creator, you go, I'm not gonna be like that. Too Aussie. No, I'm really joking. But there are certain creators that are bigger content creators, and I just feel like some of them don't want to engage in their audience, which is fine. a lot of these big channels, they still do very well without engaging, but that was just something that I wanted to do opposite to some channels that I've seen. I always thought if someone's going to watch the content, and even an extra step, comment on it, then that's obviously how I made, become friends with a lot of you wonderful people through that engagement, which wouldn't happen if I just sort of ignored it. So it's just really, I always thought if someone's going to take the time, especially to comment, I will comment back. And even if they comment again, have a bit of a chat, or have a bit of a chat in the comment section. And that's how I met people like even AJ. He come across the channel, he chatted a few times in there. Obviously, we do live streams here as well, where everyone can communicate and chat in the live chat as well. But I wouldn't be exposing myself and letting other people get to know me more personally, but also they will allow me to get to know them more personally, and sort of, as I say, there's a lot of us that talk outside of YouTube, or actually care about each other, and which is really a wonderful thing that this platform has given us all.
Yeah, it sure has. And the other thing is that even though we have differences, opinions and things like that, we can talk about it maturely. Sometimes it may get a little bit heated and that sort of thing, but that's part of life that you got to deal with.
Yeah, that's it. So how have you guys been this week? And everyone in the chat, let us know how your week's been. Hopefully, if you've had a good week, if you've had a shit week, hopefully you can still unwind, and we can all have a chat and have a laugh, and maybe even get some cheese out later on. Maybe even some cheese and crackers. Who knows what's going to happen? Cody's not here, so we can't scare him away too much with the cheese. Maybe he'll come. Knowing Cody's luck, he'll come on and we'll start talking about cheese, and it'll be.
This thing, he comes on about 10 if it's still like that, Cody said.
Oh, well, these glasses, to answer AJ, these glasses broke the other day, but me being a silly plonker, I kind of like broken stuff as well. They sometimes broken, or stuff that doesn't look so crisp. You know, like, I guess you can even say maybe I'm a little bit broken. Who knows? But you can see. But what do they say? The rose that grew from concrete and stuff like that. You can find some beautiful stuff, or you can find some very unusual stuff. I just like the unusual, and it's unusual, and just and something in my head said, yeah, put them on tonight and just
go with it.
See what happens. Yeah,
I had a pretty good sort of a week. Works. Work. I just I get a bit overwork, really overwork sometimes. Few things happening. We've been working on a steamroller down at the club at Old Petrie Town, trying to get it going. We've been doing some not major work, just time-consuming work. And unfortunately, we were planning on taking it to an event this weekend coming, but that hasn't happened. So we've made arrangements to borrow a friend's steamroller, which is virtually identical to the one we've got at Old Petrie Town, and it'll take its place. At the end of the day, most people are not going to know the difference between the two. They'll just realise it's a steamroller and how fantastic it is, and so on and so forth. And May being a short month, we've only got 4 weeks. The coming up at the end of this month is our annual steam rally at Old Petrie Town. So there's a bit to happen there. We've got to set up temporary fencing and all that sort of stuff. And when you put on these sort of events, there's always a lot involved, and sometimes more people do more and others don't, and usual sort of situation. And then it just seems to go downhill from here. I think somebody put on Facebook, there's only like, I don't know, 13 weeks till Christmas or something like that. Something ridiculous. It's coming around so quickly.
That
No,
sounds
it
scary
must
to
be a
know.
bit
That
more.
leads us. That takes it to about what, August?
Yeah. What are we? May, June, July, August. Yeah, we got a big event coming up in August. So it's just it never seems to stop. It's always ongoing. Maybe I'm just involved in too many things.
Maybe. I do remember you saying that on your live stream that there was a few different events coming up for steamrollers and the sort of hobby that
Yeah.
you're into.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zakar. Appreciate you being here as well. Yeah. So,
Down to water.
I don't know. Sounds like Pete's got himself into some sort of mischief. He's on
No,
rant mode.
Pete knows what I'm talking about. In any club, if anyone's been in a club, there's always someone who there's people who always do more than what they have to, and then you get the
Yeah.
ones who sit there at a meeting and say the committee should do this, the committee should do that, and when the committee says, "Can you organise that?" Oh no, I can't do that. It's yeah.
Yeah. Some people are hands-on. Some people just want to just talk it
Yep.
all up.
Yeah.
And
And
with events like that, you put so much effort into it, and the day goes really quickly.
Yeah.
For the amount of effort and time that you
Yeah.
put into it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, I'm not the only one who's been working on the steamroller. There's other people that are helping us out with a bit more experience and things like that. And it's a real team effort. Not one person can do everything. Mind you, saying that I'm doing the majority, this one I'm working on here at home, my personal one, I'm doing the majority of the work. However, there are people that I've had to take things to and get either made, or it's just easier for them to do it for me because they're in a position where they're retired, they're at home, they've got similar equipment to me, and it's just easier for me to say, look, would you mind doing this for me? And you pay them, you say, look, what do you want for it? And if I was to get it done commercially, it'd cost probably twice, 3 times as much sometimes. But when I'm at that age, I'll be retired and I'll just do things for cash. It's just the way it
Hey,
is.
Charanato. Well, yeah, when it's a little less commercial, because you and your clubs, you kind of know each other, and sometimes it's a bit of a favor, but also some of you guys find the fun in doing it. The fun in so they might charge less, but they'll get some enjoyment out of doing whatever it may be as well.
Yeah. The other thing is the other club that's in Old Petrie Town. There's a number of groups or clubs, shops, sort of thing, and there's like a clothing shop and there's a lolly shop and there's us. There's also a men's shed. There's Potters. There used to be a knife maker there as well, but they went away. And there's also the North Pine Trades Guild, and they're basically a men's shed with a difference. They do casting, metal casting, and they also have like a woodworking section. And they've got a pretty good club going there. Like membership's only $30 a year, and I think their biggest expense when they have their AGM, their biggest expense is the amount of tea or the amount of money they spend on biscuits or something like that. That's
I was gonna
it.
say, I was gonna say tea and biscuits, just nibbles or whatever,
Yeah,
just
but
just stuff to keep people going.
yeah, I've known them for quite a while, and they do some great work. They do, like I said, they do castings, and that for a lot of people that's quite interesting because there's not just pouring metal. There's more to it than that. Sand casting. Not we're not playing with buckets of sand on the beach here, but it is very similar. You use the sand to make a mold, and there's quite a bit to it actually. There's the pattern making side, so you've got to make a pattern before you can make the mold. to make the finished product, and then the finished product's got to get machined. It's quite a few steps in it. You know, in this day and age, a lot of the stuff that used to be cast can be done on CNC machinery with various, you know, 3 and 4 and 5 axis CNC machines. But casting has its place.
Yeah.
Casting has its place, and it you know, it's a way of a lot of retired guys and some women who are involved with it, getting involved with a group and working with your hands, getting dirty and doing, you know, taking a bit of time out of your week to do something completely different.
Yeah, it is really great that they have all these sort of clubs and stuff out there for people. So some people try to avoid getting dirty, but some people want to get dirty, get their hands dirty, and just, you know, get into some. Oh, Cherinator's watching us on my big telly.
Has he? On the big telly?
Yeah, on the big telly.
Oh, good on you, Cherinator.
Very nice. Famous place, right?
Yeah, I with my painting, I've started a new painting. I finished Batman last week. I've started doing this wolf, and it's just with art, it's kind of funny. I was going to just go over it all again and restart it, but the teacher and other people was telling me not to. Sometimes when there's a lot of blank space in my mind, everything doesn't is not kind of looking how it wants to, and there's a lot of touching when it comes to painting or just a lot of different art. There's a lot of fiddling around. There's a lot of, you know, back and forth, but starting to look more like how it should now. But I'm just a fussy bugger as well when it comes to stuff like that. I'm pretty picky, but I guess anyone in any really, it doesn't have to be art. I'm sure Mark's the same with what he does. You know, like other people might say it's great, he's done a great job, but you always see little improvements, or maybe I could do this next time that will improve the situation. But I think Styles is having a stroke in there.
I think what you did with your Batman was really fantastic. In saying that, do you think you would have felt more fulfilled if, say, you had like a Gotham City background sort of thing of the buildings and that?
Yeah, definitely could have done a different Batman background. Sorry, yeah, I kind of wanted it to. The main what I was doing on that one is trying to have a look like the light is magenta as well. Like there's a darkness, but there's one light wherever he is that's magenta, and that was pretty sure it was the Free Jokers comic series, and they had different variant covers, and they all had. What's this bloke doing?
Oh, who's this
magenta background?
Hey.
He's got a magenta
Just not
background.
on YouTube.
Buongiorno, guys.
But yeah, but with the Batman, it's like I do the same when I paint miniatures. A lot of times I don't know when to stop because I could just really, like you were saying about the background being, you know, like a whole city behind him. That would obviously take many, many more hours, and I could do that. And I could even on Batman, I could even just do little dots for his stubble coming through, and even maybe a scar on his cowl or on him himself. And I could do like just little scratches and stuff, and I could just keep them going and going and going. But
are you doing that at an art class?
Yeah, at an art class. It's not like any flashy art class, but it's a really you get a lot of oldies in there that are probably retired or whatever now, and they're just doing their own stuff. It's kind of funny when you sit next to one of the older ladies, and it's like, oh, that's very different than what I do. They tend to do flowers and landscape and nature, and there I am doing Batman or whatever. But the teacher's amazing, and yeah, there's all sorts of different people, different ages.
Yeah.
It's more of those you pay a little bit of money, but it's more one of those community sort of driven art classes.
Do you find that
But
helps you focus, or does it help you get ideas from other people on the way they're doing things?
I feel like in that creative space, it definitely brings out that creative energy. But also, I did work on the wolf a little bit after. So I did him last week, and then on the weekend I did a little bit, and then I did a little bit this week as well. But you know, like we're saying, we get busy in life, and even if you look at it and go, oh, "I'm going to get back to do that," then you kind of forget or it slips your mind. So it's doing it every week will push me at least to put a few hours into it, regardless.
Yeah. Gee, remember I said I was watching you on my big telly?
Wow.
There we are. We're on the big screen.
On big TV.
On television. The television there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're on the big telly.
On the screen,
as you can see, there's my PC back here. I'm on my mobile phone.
Oh yeah. And what are these here looking?
That's why I can go. Hey Mark, Mark, you wonder what them things are above my head is?
That's a ceiling light.
No, not that there. See, what is it? See that there? Next to it?
Smoke alarm.
Well,
Nope.
That's so the aliens don't come and probe you, isn't it?
Nope. Right. So see that there, and the one just at the back of my head.
Yeah.
Right. See it?
Yeah.
They are sprinklers.
Oh, righto.
Oh yeah. For fires,
yeah. I've got two in here. Two in the kitchen, two in the hall, one in the bathroom. No, one in the bathroom, two in the bedroom, and two in the other bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully they never go off.
Yeah, I never want to make off.
Hello and welcome, Yoda Girl.
Hey, Joanne.
How you doing?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, the silence was deafening. I wonder what's going there.
Are you been G?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm alright, hey.
The world's smartest man, Terminator.
How are you, hey?
I'm doing alright. Just having a wee bit of issues at the moment.
Yeah, I've had I guess a good / bad week. You can't really ask for anything more than that, right?
No.
You need to have a bit of balance in life, but yeah, it's been a pretty decent week, really.
Good.
What is everyone up to? Oh, apparently we're on a live stream.
What? Yeah, they might.
Yes, I bought myself a new Monopoly board.
Did you?
Oh, hey.
Yes.
Well, what did you finally get yourself a good one?
Aye.
What one did you get this time? Oh, you didn't. You
I'm
almost
not
did.
saying.
What was you going to get? Oh,
I'm not saying what the name it.
You got the famous Hypersapien TV one.
No.
That would mean Cherinator would probably be one of the moving pieces. You just have his chair. It's one of the characters.
No, then just say it's a blue and white box. It's got a castle in it. It's got a bridge in it. It's got a big lock in it.
I guess you're trying to say a Scottish one. You know, you can say Scotland. It's just when you talk about Scotland for about 20 hours on a live stream and no one has a clue what you're on about.
No, it's not. I'm not allowed to say the word. It's a word that says I'm not allowed to say. Am I right, Joanne?
I think it's like some sort of it's like a disease or something. As soon as you start saying it, and you just like verbal diarrhea, and it's like it starts coming out. You can't help yourself.
It's because I'm proud.
Smartest and strongest men, and a pirate on the screen.
Yeah,
It was £500 one we mentioned last week.
well, he's not the strongest man. So it's him and so it's him.
So what are you drinking tonight, Roger?
Agrees.
Well, Roger's got the famous pound out.
And if he sticks that pounder in the skin with him, we're sticking that pounder.
You got the
It's
pound
part of
out Terminator.
It's a part of the show now.
Roger, I've got an eye on you.
Cool. Maybe I'll put these back on then.
Roger, I've got an eye on you.
Yeah. Oh, I got my lucky coin.
Up there.
It's my lucky
What
coin.
happened there?
That's what I wanted to do.
Gee.
In there.
So what we're 37 minutes in. What's the can count, Roger? Saw you chugging pretty heavily before.
Yeah, it's a little bit of poking before my Roosters, my NRL, my league, rugby league team, the Sydney Roosters.
Oh, nice. What are you drinking tonight?
Woodstock, bourbon, and cola.
Doesn't Woodstock
Wait a
taste
minute,
like
I'll be
shit?
right back.
It's quite a harsh drink.
I'll be right back.
Maybe not so now. I mean,
You know when
I'm kind of going by when I was a kid. I remember, or a young adult, I should say. I was legal age drinking Woodstock. Quite a harsh experience.
Well, I'm 45. I've been drinking for 20 odd years, 7 years.
Yeah, that's why I laughed when I said, I'm like, oh, you've been drinking long enough. It's probably just like water to you.
I've had experience drinking once, so I was 19, that's what I did. Yeah, so I played car once. There's a different story. And that's happened at the New South Wales Central Coast. Yeah.
So what else is on your list, G, for tonight?
If I was on my own, I was gonna, which I still need to do, look into. I said it last. Well, we had the hangout last time, but I'm looking to putting this on different platforms like podcast stuff. And yeah, I was going to write some Cheesepiracy stuff down, but I didn't end up getting that far apparently.
I sometimes wonder, do we really have to do anything for Cheesepiracy? You just got to look at real life and go from there.
Yeah, it's a little bit ridiculous these days.
Because quite often, Mrs. Shed Talk says to me, she'll be looking at something. Oh, Trump's doing this and Trump's doing that, and the new Pope, the new Pope's done something or wants, it just seems absolutely crazy, and I just sort of sit there and sort of think to myself, yeah, okay, conspiracy theories, yeah, who you don't need them. And how many conspiracy theories have actually come true?
There's this meme here that says, when you're watching the news and yet another of your theories comes true. But and it's the old famous pointing at the screen, and he says, "I served Facebook jail for saying that."
Yep. Yeah.
It's so true. It's getting like that.
Yeah. It's funny. Some of the stuff that I watched recently, in past times, they're now starting to, because you used to get in trouble from YouTube and various other platforms for mentioning the C word, right?
Don't.
No, well, you could be, yeah. Some people think you
I know
are,
the
but
one.
anyway.
People was losing their channels and stuff over that word, right?
Yeah, and it turns out all these things that people were saying, it turns out that it's true.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hey, Colonel, how are you, mate?
Yeah.
Thanks for the
Colonel.
for the comment on the channel, mate.
You're welcome, Colonel. Yeah, then some stuff that I've seen conspiracy theorists or whatever talking about lately is how they're trying to block out the sun. Have you heard much about that?
Yeah.
And
they want to do it. They want to do it in England and all places.
Good.
Bloody hey down here. He doesn't even know what the sun looks like, the poor kid. They're trying to block it from him.
I can see it in my window.
No, that's just your light.
You're going to tell us anything now?
No, it's
You
not.
know what
I know what it's looks.
what
It's
I
a big ball of light in the sky.
What I have found funny is how they heavily pushed solar power, and now they're trying to get rid of the sun. Or they're trying to. It's just reminded me of this meme. I was trying to find it there, but it's like these bunch of reptiles, and they're all standing around laughing, and it's like, oh yeah, we now we're trying to block out the sun and stuff, and they're just all laughing. It's done very well though. Some of those silly memes. The UK is cooked.
Well,
I'm just turning around because I'm going to do some.
Sorry, Cherinator.
Yes, who's back? Look what's behind me. Hee. Look what's behind me.
One of the Beatles.
The hell is that?
That is?
The Cherinator shapeshifting.
I think he's
reptile.
I think he's got a landing strip on top of his head.
Oh. He's got the
I'm going the same way.
Yeah. See that there, Mark?
Yeah.
That here is John Lennon. Right? And then see the pure silver bits on the outside?
Yeah.
You can't wipe that picture down.
What do you
mean? Because it's got me foamy balls on it.
Sorry, it's got what?
The wee foam. See the wee styrofoam balls.
Oh yeah.
It's got that on the silver bit.
That's what you're wearing.
Then I've got my Rolling Stones from my dad.
Yep.
Right.
And then I've got my big speaker. That's the one that lights up.
Oh, that's your
then I've got
doof machine.
I'm a doof.
What the hell is that? Your telephone? What's that prehistoric item? Is that a telephone?
Yeah.
Parties.
Oh, and look, I've got my painting QE2.
Is that a pair of sexy knickers hanging off your roof?
No, it's Christmas decorations.
Oh. Hmm.
So it is.
What about balls? There you go.
And
Well,
then,
there's
remember I was saying about my models?
Yeah, your trucks.
Yeah, look.
Have you got any new ones recently?
No, but I did find a sunblessed one that I bought. So that
Hmm.
which I forgot I actually bought. So that give me a second, I'm going to spin around.
I haven't bought bugger all Warhammer in ages. I did buy this set that's been sitting there for ages just because I liked the way it looks, but I haven't even painted any Warhammer this year.
I thought you had done something earlier in the year.
I might have played around with some stuff. There's, who knows, early this year. It should still be early this year, but apparently we're like almost halfway into it.
Yeah.
So damn
Yeah.
reptiles and
May 10th and China as well.
Yeah, look, Mark. So Christmas decorations there, right?
Hang on. Oh yeah, Christmas tree's up already. You're early, Steve.
Yeah, I keep that up 24 all the time.
is that where you hang your Easter
Remember
stuff?
I was saying I've got a big patio window. Yeah, see, big patio window.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Stephen. What'd you buy? What'd you buy us for Christmas?
Nothing.
Yeah, apparently it just went into a house tour. Don't know how that happened, but
Mate, if I were to buy you something for Christmas, it'd be a bottle of scotch.
2. Kangaroo. So,
yeah, man, look at grey beards, man. Oh, look at grey.
you're preparing to be Santa Claus. Get your Christmas on.
And that is grey. Yeah, Joanne, I would take you in a house tour, but I'm not going to because my house is a bit of a mess at the moment. As you can probably see by the shit tidbits behind me. Aye, there's a house. There's a moose loose about my house.
There's a moose? A moose in the house? Is it a moose
There's a moose
or a moose?
loose about my house.
How do you say mouse?
A moose. It's a moose.
And how do you say moose?
A moose. There's a wee moose and a big moose.
Say the moose or a mouse, and then they both ran out the house.
Right, no, right. So what the way we say it is, there's a wee moose, right? It's a wee mouse, right? And there's a big moose. That's a big moose.
I think we figured out that Laura, your pronunciations over there are quite similar when you were talking about the burger.
There's a wee moose loose about my house.
Well, seeing this year's already flying by, there's some good stuff coming out on TV, like Squid Games. Premieres on the 27th of June. So we've got just over a little bit of a month away to wait for Squid Games. That's the second part of the series. So that'll be good to see to round that up. And I think there's a few other things coming out too around that same sort of time.
Yeah, it's funny. I was looking at a post and there was a movie, I don't know if it was the new Avengers is coming out like middle of next year, and someone's like, that's ages away. And it's like, well, it's not really, because the way time flies, you'll look at it and then all of a sudden it'll be out. The Moose. Roger's got his pound coin, he's
Roger,
Well, lucky one.
put a bit going in a sweaty jar.
our
And the-
house in the middle of the street.
Our house.
It's
And
right.
the other one,
The UK made too.
In the middle of
That's not with it.
the other one, well, Stylesy, Korean would be the language of choice. And
Yeah, Stylesy, don't be racist.
How the hell are you supposed to understand that?
understand what?
It's good game.
Well, that's what subtitles. Well, that's what subtitles are for. But
Yeah.
they have English dub though. But a lot of people say that even though I've watched it in English, a lot of
Yeah,
people
but
say you
it'll be
should
like
watch
this.
it in Korean though. That's how Korean people talk, is it, Stephen? Well, no audio.
That's what it'll be like.
Reckon I've said it
me,
to
I'll
you
be like this.
before, have you seen
Huh?
Train to Busan, Mark?
Sorry?
A movie called Train to Busan.
I've heard of it, but no, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, if you like your zombie stuff and Korean stuff, it's
No,
not like a cheesy zombie one. It's done really well. But I watched that in full Korean. Read the subtitles. It's got the guy, the guy that brings people to the Squid Game. He has the games. It's got him as one of the main actors in it.
Mm.
It was really good, actually.
I don't have a problem with the dubbing, because we've seen plenty of titles with English dubs and things like that. There's always going to be bad ones, but I think Squid Games, they got it pretty good, and I think they have got the characters. There probably is a little bit lost in translation, as they say, but I think generally speaking, it comes off pretty good. The other one that's coming up that I'm looking forward to, if anyone hasn't seen it, I'd highly recommend. Peter, Monkey Magic. That was another good one from my childhood. If anyone hasn't seen that,
that was a good one. I liked that.
yeah, it's on YouTube. Monkey Magic is on YouTube. There's what was the other one? Anyway, I'll go back to what I was saying. There's another TV series, season 4 of Resident Alien. It's the star of that is Alan Tudyk. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was also the voice of K2SO in Rogue One.
It was also in. He also played in Forensic Cleaner and The Rookie.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. See, him and Nathan Fillion used to be, they did a series called, it was a good one, a sci-fi one. Oh, God, mind blank right now. It was a Josh Whedon series. And it
Starfly or something, was it? Starfly?
Firefly. Yeah, I do have it on DVD. It actually is a good series, and it didn't go for long enough. It got cancelled, unfortunately, even though Josh Whedon was the director or the showrunner or whatever, the creator of it, whatever he was. But Resident Alien is a really good series to watch, and I can't wait to see what they come out with.
That's what I hate, Mark. See how how in America and Australia, you just get like your Rookie or right up to where the series is now, right?
Yeah.
But see, over here, we don't. We only get it to a certain part. Then you've got to try and wait till it comes out on DVD.
Well, you can do what everyone else does, Cherinator, and just pirate it.
Yeah, this guy.
I'm not that type of person.
Well, here's a pirate here.
Pirates are above me.
I'll dob myself in here. I used to download a lot of stuff and watch it, but sometimes it's almost a hassle in some cases, unless it's really popular. Sometimes you're just better off waiting. But I haven't found there's not a lot of series I've been able to really get my teeth into. I can't.
The Last of Us is pretty good.
The one I've been getting stuck into is 911.
Yep.
I've been watching that.
Yeah. Hey, what was that one you recommended to me last week, G?
The Last of Us, where it's like a zombie style, but it's a fungus infection. Instead of like they turn into undead, this fungus strain takes over. You know how sometimes that can happen to insects and stuff? Like there's a parasite that can take over. But yeah, it's like a fungus disease that takes over the host. And The Last of Us is called. I've only just finished the last episode of season 1, so I'm getting into season 2, which is the new season out.
Yeah, no,
I don't believe it's finished yet. It's got like 5 episodes out. I reckon that it's got 9 episodes. What the first season was?
Yeah,
it's got
I thought
Pedro Pascal.
Yeah,
you know he's.
I thought it was another series that you recommended I go and watch, and I went to watch it on Prime, and for whatever reason, like the first season or the episodes of the first season says it couldn't play it because of a rights issue, and I thought, hang on a minute, why are you advertising it on your platform if you can't watch it? I just forget what it was.
One that was quite good was Daredevil Born Again. I was going to ask AJ if he ended up getting into Daredevil, because Daredevil, it was with Netflix, but then when Disney started, basically Netflix was still able to use, they must have had the rights for Daredevil and the Defenders, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. And then now it's on Disney. They've done a new series of Daredevil Born Again, all the same actors, thankfully. But it's like a continuation. But if you're watching the new season, I'd recommend to go back and watch all the old seasons of Daredevil, and then they build up to the Defenders, which is like a group of all of them together. So they have Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and Daredevil. They all join together to become the Defenders. But yeah, that was quite enjoyable. Without spoiling too much of it, they did Daredevil. Matt Murdock is a lawyer as well, so they do have the criminal side of the vigilante side, as well as him trying to do right by the law as well. You know, people like Batman and stuff kind of do similar as well, where they try to go through the legal. They try to do it legally, and then when it doesn't always work, they do the vigilante side of it to try to get justice. Yeah, it was pretty enjoyable. It was a little bit slow in some places, but that was it. Sometimes slow could be good because they kind of explain, and when it comes to the lawyer side of it, yeah, it was pretty well done. It's got some good actors in that as well.
Yeah. Eso es una puma, esto se ve.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough, AJ. I was wondering if you've got those early seasons. But yeah, the Daredevil's been pretty good. It's pretty violent as well because a lot of them are R-rated, and the Punisher is really good as well. If you haven't seen the Punisher is really good. That's a bit of an old season, but yeah, I don't want to spoil who may be in the new Daredevil season series. They've got quite a few different comic book characters that are involved in that.
Mark, you look tired.
Yeah, they're pretty violent though, which it's not violent for no reason as well. But when he beats the shit out of people, there's definitely blood and all that sort of stuff if you're into it.
Have you watched the 3 Body Problem at all?
No, I haven't.
Mm.
Mark, you look tired, buddy.
Yeah, a little bit. Been a big day today.
Yeah, so far.
The 3
Yeah.
Body Problem is adapted from a book, I think written by a Chinese guy, and they've I don't know whether it was the BBC or anyway, it was English. It was done in the UK, supposedly about these aliens coming to Earth, and they consider us to be bugs. So yeah, it's pretty intense, but I'm just looking now. It's not coming out till 2026, so we're going to have to wait a bit. But anyway, it's one of those series that you just got to sort of wait patiently.
I feel like AJ's talking about because they've had a few different versions of Punisher over the years. I feel like I forget his name. He's from The Walking Dead. He played Shane in Walking Dead. Who is Punisher now. I feel like he's doing a really good job, and I did kind of like start sort of getting a little bit emotional when I watched The Punisher. This is the TV series. The movies didn't do that much for me. I don't know why, but they didn't do that much for me. But the series and how he explains about how he obviously becomes the Punisher, and yeah, he basically loses his family to become the Punisher, and it kind of he becomes pretty emotional. Like it pretty loses pretty much all of his emotions when he becomes who he is. But it's pretty interesting him and Daredevil together because Punisher is happy to kill anyone and to get his point across, where Daredevil is more try not to kill anyone when you take them down. So it's a pretty cool like little dynamic that they both have.
Is that a bit like Batman? Batman really doesn't want to kill anyone, or does he kill people?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to kill people, so he wants to take them down. Which a lot of the villains like. He has the different versions of Robin over the years. So he had Dick Grayson that becomes Nightwing. That was the original Robin. Then he has Jason Todd who becomes Red Hood. He has Tim Drake, and then the newest Robin is his son Damian Wayans. And a lot of them always question why he doesn't kill people, which is obviously part of his code and conduct. But they say if he killed the people, then they wouldn't be able to continue to break out of Arkham Asylum or the jail and continue to hurt people. Characters like Joker or whatever, who do a lot of crazy shit, they always sort of say that he should kill them, but it's just not who he is. He wants to do it the right way.
Of course,
I haven't, AJ.
The other one I'm waiting for, of course, but it hasn't given a release date, is the next season of Stranger Things, which I believe they're going to supposedly wrap everything up.
Yeah. So I mean, the little kids aren't little kids anymore. They're like Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11 in that. She's like an adult now, where she was like actually a little kid in the first season.
Yeah, I saw a backstage thing on YouTube. She said when she started on it, she was 10 years. She started when she was 10 years old. So, and they've all.
She's going to be about 20 now. In her 20s now, I'd say.
Yeah. It'll be good. Hopefully, they do it justice, and that's what you want from a series. You want.
The season 5 was pretty wild. Was it 5? The last one?
Yeah. No, that was season 4. Season 4.
The new character. If obviously spoilers if you haven't seen it, but the new character they brought into it was really cool. The big bad guy, and I'm not talking about Hey down there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if I'll go back and watch them all again because it'll take a lot of time. But I found strange. I found pretty much all of it was good. There was, I reckon, it was the second season. There was a couple of episodes that I feel like they probably didn't need to really do. But yeah, that was me when it was when the character 11 goes off and does her own thing for a while with other people. Like it was okay. The second time I watched it, I enjoyed it more than the first time when I watched it. But I feel like a
No,
lot
we
of
just confused what Roger says.
which is
I
what you
wonder
said.
who
I haven't heard
signed
of
the Brave to Cherinator.
Well, it's my second all-time favourite.
Yeah, you just confused the life with me.
pretty much. That could probably go for real life as well. What Peter's saying. Guess he was talking about Batman and that sort of stuff, but you know that kind of stuff happens obviously in real life, and when it comes to comic books and that kind of material, obviously they're taking a lot of that from reality. Because there's been a few different variations of why Thomas Wayne, Batman's dad, got killed. There's been different versions of why. Sometimes they've said that he's had his like a little bit of his that he was involved in the criminal underworld a little bit, or some versions he was completely sort of innocent and trying to do the right thing is why they wanted to get rid of him. Another that saying that the Penguin series was bloody good. Colin Farrell, the Penguin series, it was a very mafia style series, and it's more goes into the underground and the underworld and the criminal side of the Batman universe, and they have all these different crime families that run the syndicates and the crime, and they're obviously fighting over territory and drugs and the rest of it. That was done really well. That was time for the chip.
And go TikTok to stare at the screen. It makes weird noises too.
Yeah, Mark.
Licks the chip.
Switch it.
Mark. Remember how I said to you, how when I'm sitting in my living room, I can go from my living room straight into my kitchen? You ready? See? Look behind me. See my kitchen?
Is this like a racetrack you live in?
Aye, but I'll show you. So, living room, right?
It looks a lot more slower when you do it from this angle. When we see you at the computer desk and you whiz off, it's like
Now,
you're
watch
like a
this.
flash.
You ready? Okay, so look. Here's the living room right here, right? And look. That's me. Yeah, that's all it splits me between it. Hold on. That's all it splits me between the living room. It's just a wee line on the flare. So I'm half in the living room, half in the kitchen. See? Look.
Colin Farrell's better than bloody Jason Momoa, Joanne. At least he can act. At least Colin Farrell knows what he's doing when it comes to acting. Where are you taking us, Stephen? It's starting to become a little bit creepy. Yeah, Colin Farrell's pretty bloody good at acting. He's been I don't know really, him for a bar of soap when it comes to in real life, but he definitely has the accent. Arrogant prick. But you like Jason Momoa? I'll just leave it with that.
Oh,
Each their own,
shocking.
I guess, but
Bum, bum, bum.
There we go. That's better. Hey, Cherinator,
Yeah.
you put yourself back on screen for a second.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah, your handsome self.
Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm holding. What am I holding?
I'm forward.
Hey,
Oh, crumble. Do you ever get
Yeah.
that when you drink a drink of juice and it goes down the fucking down the wrong way?
it's holding the
What,
piss.
you put it up?
Yeah.
You put the drink up your bum instead of in your mouth.
What are you doing
No,
the
Does
wrong
it
way?
go the wrong way?
No, do you know? Do you see how when you drink, you take a drink of juice and it goes down the wrong way?
What other way is there to go?
Shut up, you.
Hey,
Yeah,
Terranator,
smart.
come
How
on.
can I help you, my friend?
You spin me right round, man. Come on, you spin me right round, spin around. You spin me right round, round.
I think Roger's calling the police.
I'm calling anyone.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
There you go, Cherinator. That's the one.
Look, here we go. You spin me right round.
Mark.
Yes, Stephen.
But hold on, I can do it better.
Yeah, but you need to hold the camera out here like this and spin around and you get a better effect.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to do it.
Well, if
Never.
you turn your phone the other way, it'd be even better.
Well,
It
hold
should-
on, I'll even do it
There we
better.
go.
Watch this
Look
one.
at that. And
You ready? Watch this.
now you got to lift it up.
No, I don't have to. I don't have
Look
to.
at
Watch.
Breeze.
Watch. You
Look at the owl
spin
flip by
right
Breeze.
round, baby, right round.
Come on, everyone.
That's funny, yeah.
Everyone, give the Hypersapien a bit of love and give him a thumbs up and all that sort of stuff. And put a comment down below. It all helps the algorithm, apparently. We're all addicted
No,
to
what
the
we're saying,
algorithm.
what we're saying is, you ever get it when you take a drink of juice and it goes to like as part of your chest right here.
Yeah, I think it's just when you drink too fast and it, instead of coming down like a nice trickle, it's just like,
Yeah, it goes into your chest.
every time the camera comes closer to you, like it's like, here I understand it when you're like, all of a sudden it's like, it's hard to understand you. Yeah, we're in the round table.
I'm looking at wrinkles in my head.
You're looking at the pickles on your head.
With freckles.
Pickles?
Freckles.
Freckles.
The more you...
I'm
Freckles.
playing English.
Russian English.
Oh, man.
With freckles in my head, man.
Right.
Every time Charinators makes less and less sense, Roger gets out the pound. The pound
Roger,
of sense.
go and stick that pound with the sun didn't take movie.
Where are you?
No. So what song are you going to sing now as you spin around?
None.
None.
Yeah.
I've heard.
None.
I don't know if I've heard her song. None.
Yeah, you want to sing?
What's that?
Oh boy. Yeah, hold on.
Sister
What I'll do
Hey
is, we not make one I go to shopping there and come back with change. Ready? Hi. See it?
Did you just fall asleep on us?
No, look at my eye.
Aye.
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 I.
Damn it, I wish
See
this rain had piss off.
You what?
If you don't start making sense, Cherry. Now we're going to get into cheese-spiracy, and then that's going to make you fall asleep.
Stick your cheese up your backside.
What'd you say? You like putting cheese up your backside?
Aye, stick your cheese up with the cinder machine.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What? Well, it doesn't shine in Scotland, does it? We come to that
No, stick up.
conclusion
I mean, stick up your backside, up your jacksy, up your. Joanne.
Poor Jack.
Joanne.
Why do you have to
They have to get the wee cheese sweaty jar out for you, Joanne.
Yeah, Joanne likes a bit of cheese.
I'm definitely going to need to get the cheese sweaty jar out for you, Joanne.
The cheese sweary jar. It's pretty funny, actually.
And then I'm going to have to get the every time Roger takes a pound out, he's got to put a pound into the sweary jar, and same with you too, Roger.
Mm.
You naughty boy. I can see that, Roger. You naughty boy.
Yeah, but I'm already an adult. I can afford to do it.
Do they have squishmallows in Scotland, Stephen?
What?
Squishmallows.
What in the fuck is that?
Squishmallows.
The hell's that?
Squishmallows is a brand of soft toy that was launched in 2017 by Kelly Toys Holdings LLC that is owned by Jazzwares.
Is there a switch in it?
Squishmallows. You can even get a beating.
Aye, me things, aye, right, I know what you mean.
All right, we're gonna have to go to the chat for a little bit. I think Stephen's broken for now. I think he's spun himself around a bit too much.
Yeah, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come off the phone, right? Because my battery's going low, and I'm going to jump on it to PC.
Oh, don't jump on it too much; it might break it. All right.
Gee.
We'll see you over there.
I'll see you over there in about 2 shakes.
In 2/10 of the shaky. I like squishmallows. I have a couple. Of course, in Norway they have Norwegian krone. I like squishmallows.
Krone. Norwegian krone. Krone.
Krone.
Krone. A crown. Let's say krone, but it's crown. Krone.
My sister loves Nightmare Before Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas ones. I have seen them in the shops as well. My eyes started to twitch. This is what this is for, to stop it twitching. It's almost biscuit o'clock. Joanne's probably wondering where we're going to get the gravy from. Where did Chair go? He explained how he was going to go. He explained like 10 minutes how he was going to rush off, like the Russian.
Yes.
Cheap, like the budgie. Biscuits are nice. Not as nice as you, Styles, eh? What's your favourite biscuit, Styles, eh? Biscuit cream? Biscuits all gone. Shit, what? 2 packets of digestives and 2 packets of Jaffa cake? Gone. gone. Yeah. I still have to review. I bought all of the Oreos a while ago just so I can, I guess, just an excuse so I can try them all. But instead of reviewing one at a time, just what the heck happened to your glasses? What glasses?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Cleveland. I have Maltesers biscuits. Really?
Wrongs.
Well, what's your favourite biscuit styles? Are you? Those Biscoff cream biscuits are good, but small. That's what she said, right? Well, how big do you want it to be, Styles? It's not like Honey, I Shrunk the Kid. Remember? It's like that they had like a cream biscuit or something in that, and it was huge. Was it a biscuit? What kind of those styles are you? Biscoff cream. It's a Biscoff. Pair of specs would make H even more distinguished looking. Nothing succeeds like a beakless budgie. H. H? Who is H? Triple H. G's younger brother. Obviously, I meant G. Don't know what's happening, but it's amusing. I like mint slice here. Now we're getting down to business. Mint slice. Well, as I've said, I'd say my favourite in the UK, chocolate digestives. My favourite in good old the land down under, Tim Tam. Tim Tam are the good shit. In high school, had a principal with the last name
Last time Carlo, Mr. Carlo. It was Mr. Carlo.
I gave it to him one day. When I was 15, I said, "Did you call your Monte Carlo biscuits?" I didn't get in trouble, but it was funny to think.
Because his name was Mr. Carlo, and I was having trouble with some lady who got sent to the principal's office, and I was in a mood with him F around, and it says, "Did I call you Monte Carlo?" Is it Mr. Carlo? Did I call you Monte Carlo? That's out of the blue.
So your favourite biscuit, Roger?
But it's
Monte Carlo?
Nearly 30 years on.
Mint slice is pretty good. I don't know. I can't go past a good Scotch fingers. Scotch fingers, bloody good when it comes to a biscuit.
That's the problem. Still have the tanning. This is
I know.
This is before my face came out the
Mark's ready for space adventures.
I got my space.
So I had to go.
Oops. Oh, that's better. I can see now. I'm just being a silly twat.
No, there's no way Tim Tams are overrated. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Tim Tams are so good, they come in many different varieties of flavors as well. You don't get that with any other old biscuit. Chessman cookies or butter pecan cookies. I like Tim Tams, AJ, but I don't love them. What's wrong with you, Styles? You show a bit of compassion to them. They want to see your soft side. Speaking of seeing someone's soft side.
Oh, here he
is.
The man of the hour.
He's on the soft side now. Okay, Stephen, what's your favourite biscuit?
That's a tougher because I like quite a lot of biscuits, like Kit Kat, but the wee marshmallowy ones. TK,
Wagon Wheel. I'm surprised AJ didn't say Wagon Wheel.
Wagon Wheel, right?
Wagon
I was
Wheel.
saying.
What about hoops?
We're
Aren't
getting
hoops good enough?
we're starting to get into tricky territory here, though. I'd say a
Bubble.
Kit Kat's a chocolate. I'd say a Kit Kat's a chocolate, but it's a Wagon Wheel biscuit because there's two biscuit pieces with put together with chocolate and marshmallow and jam.
Bourbons, the brown bourbon biscuits, like
I love how you say bonbon. Love how you say bonbon.
Aye, that's what they're called. Bourbon creams.
What do you call them, Stephen? Bonbon.
Bourbon creams.
Bun.
Shut up! I can't help it if I can't pronounce words right, so shut up!
It just sounds adorable.
Give it to him, Stephen. You give it to him.
Oh no, the finger's out. The finger's He's got the pointing finger out.
No, Mark.
Hang on, Stephen. Hang on.
I think Roger's singing Irish.
No, Mark. See, when you're doing it to him, you don't go like that, right? You don't go like that. You go.
I remember Peter schooled us on this Bush biscuit once. It's like an old Arnott biscuit.
Hey, I don't know if they still do it anymore, but back in the day, the Girl Guides used to have a biscuit, and it was really nice. It's probably had a lot of sugar in it or something. I don't know who made it, but the Girl Guides would sell them to help raise money.
Girl Scouts cookies, but that's American. And
no. It was here in Australia. Right? Girl Guides biscuits.
Yeah, these are definitely Girl Guides.
Definitely Star Wars. The chocolate ones are awesome. Peter reminded me of saying that. Is that has any of you ever ate Wheat Bix with butter on? Remember one of my mum's friends used to like butter on Wheat Bix.
Yeah, gee, that's the biscuit I'm talking about.
They used to put sugar in mine. When I have Wheat Bix, they used to put sugar with the milk in that. I don't know why, but
that's the biscuit I'm talking about.
Oh, bourbon.
Yeah,
I had no idea that. So if you spoke English, I would have got that straight away.
Bourbon. That's what I say. Bourbon creams.
Yeah, you say bourbon. You say bur and bon exactly the same.
Bourbon cream.
Brum. Sorry,
Steve. It's that living similar in the Scottish accent. Bourbon.
Oh, do you know what? Do you want to know my other favourite biscuits is? Hold on, let me see.
Apparently, Styles is going to show Joanne his eggplant. Styles is on fire tonight, yeah, especially when he gets out the eggplant. I'll buy some tomorrow, Joanne. What else would they
do? See these ones.
The chocolate bar.
See these ones.
Yeah, that's what they call iced Vovo in Australia.
No, that's my favourite ones, but that's what they're actually called. Jam mallows.
Jam mallows.
Jam mallows.
Yeah, see, Arnott's does a lot of these ones, but obviously they named them their own stuff. I like I used to like a jam Dodger.
Shut up! I can't see that. Someone saying that.
Jammy Dodger.
Shut up!
Yeah.
I can't see that.
So that's the traditional Girl Guides biscuits, but I think they've
changed them up a bit.
Yeah, they have. Well, they still got it, but there's others available now. But I haven't seen it. I don't know how they get their fundraising now, but yeah, once upon a time, that's the Girl Guides. It was quite a nice biscuit. I'd have to.
I think they just get it from OnlyFans this day and age, Mark.
Yeah, I can't say what you used to say about other biscuit. I can't say it.
Jammy Dodger.
Shut up. Instead, I can say jammy, right? But if I say both of them together, I can do like dammy Dodger.
A dammy jogger.
Shut up. It's not funny. I can't pronounce it proper.
A dammy jogger.
Yeah, yes, you're Scottish, mate. Okay, let's take it with it, mate. Shane, you're the pro Scotsman.
G. I can see me.
Styles's the hardest working king around.
Hold on.
Volvo.
Oh, not the old ice Volvo.
Damn it, Roger. Damn it, Roger.
Damn it, Janet. Oh, Rocky Horror is probably a movie we should do, eh?
What about Roger the Rabbit? Just so Stephen.
Yep.
Jammy Dodger. Roger.
G. Yeah, big swing you. Roger.
That hell messes with your eyes after a while as well. One is
Roger, I can that, eh?
Oh no, Roger's teaching the
You disgusting bugger, yeah.
I love when a Scottish person tells people off.
Yeah, wrong impossible.
You can tell he's from Australia.
I think it's time for another Dwinky Poos.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got my drinky poos.
Break. That's poo.
Time out.
Where's your iron brew?
I'm
Tea
not
time.
allowed to drink iron brew in the G.
Mandy Moore.
Get priority.
That'd be an interesting movie.
No, Starsy don't get to pick shit, especially you didn't even rock up to the first one. He has to do his homework and he has to watch Spaceballs to see if he can make it past the 30-minute mark.
Yeah. Gee,
But they
I
haven't plugged in.
think we should watch Spaceballs 2.
There isn't a Spaceballs 2.
Yeah, Mel Brooks hasn't made it.
Well, they should.
But he did talk about it in the movie, you know, Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
They did actually. I remember last year they was coming up with saying that they was gonna do it, but must have just been
one
rumors.
we should watch.
Youngest.
It's a Mel Brooks film, right? And he's got more. I know what it sounds discrimination, but it's not. He's got big Mongo in it.
It's got who?
Mongo.
Oh, Blazing Saddles.
Hi, Blazing Saddles. We should watch that because that is hilarious.
Blazing Saddles.
Under a wandering star. Aye, we should watch that. Let's watch that.
Black Sheriff. I reckon Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Starsy, when the hell don't you have a hard on?
Which Mandy Moore film though? Styles, you're gonna have to send me some titles. Maybe find some clips on X and send them to me.
Oh,
Stacy's taste in music and movies is of 14-year-old girls.
Mate, I think we should definitely watch Blazing Saddles today.
Right, I'm out for a cup of tea.
Didn't Britney Spears do a film as well? Didn't she do like one film that she was in? Surprised he hasn't asked that one.
What about old Paris Hilton? Didn't she do one night in Paris? That was pretty famous.
Aye, one of Britney Spears was called Slap Me Baby One More Time.
Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Aye, that's what she
Wasn't that
did.
her? That's what she said.
I'll be back.
No problem.
I was going to say, I'm a year older than this.
Oh yes, Paris Hilton. Paris Hilton. I've seen rats that are more attractive than Paris Hilton.
I'm going to say something about Noble Neck.
I'd pay to see that.
There you go, Stylesy. Crossroads. Yeah, Stylesy can just watch his porn in his own time. I don't want to hear him groaning. Or maybe I do.
Hey, Clatty bastard.
Yeah.
I was born under a wandering star.
Tangled.
As a Disney film.
Yeah, let's watch a Paris Hilton film just to annoy Joanne.
Hell no. And we should definitely watch Blazing Saddles.
No, I don't like Paris Hilton, but I may have bought her album. Stylesy, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why the fuck would you buy Paris Hilton's album?
Back in the day, yes, I read the last part. Back in the day.
No, you can welcome my foot up your ass if you want, though. I was saying that to this account, Roger.
Who's that?
Matty Becky. I'll let Stylesy decide what to do with that account. The director himself. That's it, Joanne. A walk to remember.
Matty Becky.
I will be busy that night. That's all right, That's all right, Joanne. That's all right, Joanne. We'll work around you whenever you're free.
Matty Becky is a killer that got made today.
Yeah, considering that twat was trolling Kodie the other day, and then wants to come on here and am I not welcome here?
Harry's blocked
some
on his
people.
Yes, that is a no-no, G. That is a no-no. No one comes on here and trolls on you. No.
What?
I said that is a no-no. No one comes on here and trolls you. No.
Yeah, the only troll here is that's allowed to troll me is you. Ain't that right,
Yes,
Stephen?
that is correct. I'm allowed to troll you anytime I want. Yes.
Especially with his finger when his
Yes. Look, yes. I have gone crazy.
I know one of the next films is going to be Shaun of the Dead that we'll watch, though. Do you like that one, Stephen?
Well, that's good, that.
You like that?
Right, I'll be back in a wee second. I'm just going to go in there. I'm just going to get in the kitchen, just in there, to make something to eat.
Yeah, no worries. I can't take an evening of Paris Hilton saying that's hot. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the porn video, Joanne, so I don't know if she says that in the porn video. She's probably too busy squealing like a banshee. Godzilla? So glad I'm at the wharf, not a stroll. Talking about films, one film I want to say is The Toxic Avenger that's coming out. For some reason, they made him a little person. It's kind of weird, but anyway. Depends on what Godzilla.
Yeah, was a road of the pilot he hit. Ha 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 ha. Wow.
Here's a topping, here's a toes of pepper.
Peter Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger. Horror comedy. Says it came out in 23, but it's still not out. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure Elijah Woods, Kevin Bacon.
Gee. Tell you don't take me. I tell you don't take me a second.
Yeah, that was pretty quick for a second.
Yeah, because I tell you, let's watch this, right? So look, living room, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, need to go forward a bit. So look, living room.
I don't know why. Just Charonetta can sure damn move around between the chair. What's the new Thunderbolts movie? But this stream stopped that. Yeah, I wanted to watch that new Zoom.
Gee,
Have a
living
good
room,
shower Zoom.
kitchen.
What's in the kitchen?
What's in my kitchen? Washing machine, dishwasher, fridge, cooker, sink.
Wasn't he going in here to make food or something?
Aye, it's getting made.
Oh no, it's not another pie, is it?
No, it's not pie. It's a pasta. It's the pasta, the min. It's a pasta with a mincy.
Are you turning into the Mario Brothers?
It's me, Mario. Woo!
It's me, Stephen.
It's me, Agia. Yeah, Joanne, I've gone crazy today.
Yeah, what the fuck, chair? Good job, Roger. What did Roger do? Starsy saw something that no one else did.
There was on a man called Roger. He couldn't do a sale.
So, Starsy, what is your favourite film?
If
you was going to tell someone to watch a film that you really loved, what's your favourite film? You know what one really amazing film is that would be funny to watch as a group? Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. That film's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I'm funny mood today. I don't know why.
Just waiting for Stylesy to come back to us. Oh, yeah? don't know why I didn't really get into Daniel Craig's Bonds that much, but I do remember it being all right.
Casino Royale, I wasn't too keen on that one. I prefer the original James Bond.
Which original? What bloody? What's his name? What is it?
Sean
Roger
Connery,
Moore?
Roger Moore. The name is Bond, Jim Bond. I think Martina is shaking, not stirred.
I'd probably look at Pierce Brosnan just because they were ones that I remember seeing as a kid when they first come out. But
I mean, gee, let's go back to start to the to when Roger Moore was doing James Bond, and they're literally the best ones because that's when you met Jaws, a wee midget dude, Dr. No.
Yeah, like well, they had some good
films
in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they had some.
Yeah, that's right.
The man with the golden gun.
Yeah, it would be good to watch some films when it comes up to Christmas and Halloween.
The name is Bond, Jim Bond. Roll a Miss Monica.
I like Sean Connery. He's all right.
Oh, by the way, right? See Sylvester McCoy. It did one of the Doctor Who's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? Where do you think where do you think he's originally from?
You gonna tell us anything else? Even that gets right.
I'm not a huge Doctor Who fan. I haven't really seen enough to know my arsehole from my earlobe.
Right, so you know who Sylvester McCoy is, don't you?
The best who? Doctor Who?
You know who Sylvester McCoy is?
Oh, there they are. Doesn't matter if you're black or beige.
That's the one.
Mark.
Yes.
Mark, do you know Sylvester McCoy, the one that did the Doctor Who?
Yes.
Right. Do you know where he's from?
Scotland.
Scotland.
But whereabouts is he from? Without looking that up.
He's not the guy that lives around the corner that you told us about, is he?
Nope.
Well, that I don't know. Honestly, Steve,
right.
I didn't know he was from Scotland. I just took took a
Glasgow
in the dark.
Nope. Let me show you exactly where he is from, right?
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I'll be.
You're gonna tell us anything else?
And Joanne, it doesn't count as a sweaty jar. So, haha, it doesn't count as a sweaty jar.
Sweaty jar.
Maybe buddy.
Sweaty jar.
So the cheese hasn't slid off the cracker yet.
G, share the screen. There. This is where he's from.
No.
That's Scott. No, that's Scotland.
He's from. He's from Dunoon. No, he's from Dunoon. So yes.
Does anybody ever say they're from Dunoon, but they don't know, or they don't know what's in Dunoon?
And here, Joe, do you know some? Do you remember how Americans came over here, right? And they had the big floating submarine dock, you know that, right? What this is where they had it up here,
Mm-hmm.
in the Holy Lock. So they did. See?
Where's Pitlockery?
Pitlockery. That is. Hold on. I'll type it in. Yeah, it's Pitlockery there. Right, which is, so that's it here, right? So it's there.
So that's
There.
that's up in the Highlands, is it?
Yeah, it's up in the Highlands
Yeah.
Yeah,
from
You
where
know
I
what
am.
it's
Yeah.
famous for?
yeah, Highlands. Yeah,
Can't remember. I know, but I can't. I'm not too sure.
It's famous
Yeah,
for a
Highlander.
UFO sighting.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yep.
I
the northern
didn't know
Scotland.
that.
The sightings happen in Scotland.
Hey, look, Mark. Mark, look.
Perth, yeah. That's nowhere near me.
Yeah,
Look
I
at
know.
Cherinator, look up the
There's Scotland.
Kelvin UFO.
The what?
Kelvin or Kelvin UFO. Seeing you've got it's Wikipedia. They tell lies.
Yeah, no.
Just bring up an image. Oh, there it is. Look,
Hold on.
go down. Go down. The Scottish Sun. Yeah, there it is.
Right.
The Scottish Sun. There you go.
I thought the Scottish sun wasn't real. So I guess you do get the sun.
No, you did. That's a newspaper. That's a newspaper. That's a tabloid paper. That's the name of it. That is the name of the newspaper, The Sun.
Oh,
Do they
sorry, I
have
was
page
making a
3
ha-ha.
girls?
I did.
No, that's another thing. That just to make England better than Scotland.
Well, wait, no. I'm going to disagree with you here on this, Jibo. I'm going to disagree with you on this. How
Bring
many
up some
things?
Scottish women then.
All right, then. Answer this question. How many things came out of England? How many things were invented in England?
How many what?
How many stuff was invented from English inventors?
Oh, that's quite a few.
Okay, right, hold on then. So let me do this then, right? English inventors list, right? So there, a list of inventors, right? Not English inventors and designers, right? So only that, just inventors, right? I want a list of inventors, right?
Oh, what about John Fowler?
Nah, well. Right, so, here you are, right, so look. Dyson, right?
Stevenson, yeah.
Right,
Mr.
so that's all English,
Robert
that's
Watson
all
Watt, yep.
English, right? Right, so that's all English, right? Now, if I scroll up to the top,
There's all the Scottish ones.
Oh, I thought you were going to put Australian ones in there.
here we go. And look,
Shame job.
and look,
Law.
I'm not going to dip me biscuit.
and look, see?
Otherwise, law. Stranger things.
What just?
Yes, you know.
You ready?
What?
No better.
And look, see? Look. Roads, civilizations.
Minecraft. The gold bag. Oh, that's me.
See, look, see?
Mm.
Scotland, Scottish, no.
Well, that's what happens when you've got no sun. You spend all your time inside reading books, and you get to invent things.
Yeah, but there's what see if you look on this, there's one thing that I'm allergic to on that list. Mark. That there is the one. That's the one thing that I am allergic to. So see anything it's like see anything it's got the selling like see amoxicillin, fluoxetine, chloroxetine, right?
All the cylinders, yes.
I kind of have them because I'm heavily allergic to it. And it will. So yeah, that's what I'm allergic to. So yeah, and my big sister. So yeah, look. So as you can see, look. See, a lot came out from where I am from, out of here.
Oh, baby boy, no more, baby boy, no more.
So yeah, a lot came out of here. So yeah, Mark. So that's where Sylvester McCoy's free.
You're very proud of being Scottish, then, aren't you?
And look, see, look. Dunoon. I Dunoon. And you know, see Richard Wilson that played Victor Meldrew, One Foot in the Grave?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You know where he's from?
You got to tell us.
Let me show you where he's from. Hold on.
Over there.
That's a good question, Roger. He's disappeared, but he's still listening.
Hold on, give me a second. I'm check look who we guy on my screen.
He's bigger for Gaelic Terminator. Where you country you're from?
Yeah, so see here.
So from the stream.
Oh.
See here. That's where Richard Wilson was born, in that house.
What I was saying is isn't this invading people's privacy?
No.
But you've got a few restraining orders on you.
Yeah, do you want to see school I went to when I was young?
That looks like a council estate.
Isn't this why we invented the swear jar to begin with?
No.
LG,
that's the primary school I went to when I was young.
That was only a few years ago, right?
No, it was.
I'm 45. My young years are behind me here.
Yeah, so that was the primary school I went to, right? When I was young. From where I stayed up where I'm near now, right? And then I went to the school up here, but this was called Overton, right? No, Joan, no swearing jar.
Sweaty.
I've got to go change my name now to the 2 hour mark.
Yeah.
See here? See when I went to high school? This is where my high school used to be. So it was right here. This is where my high school used to be.
Now I remember why we banned Derek Stephen from doing this, because the numbers drop when he starts talking about Scotland.
I'm just giving you a bit of history.
The sweaty swear jar about $250 about now. Yeah, we need to figure out a jail, a charity that you're going to give all this money to, Stephen.
Listen, I'm giving you a bit of history of who I am, right?
Oh, when did this
So get
happen?
it up here.
Mark went and got the cheese out. He was ready to get into his cheese-spiracy, and all of a sudden you just started showing us places.
No,
what was
cheese,
it, Joanne?
Mark.
Gay test.
Mark, can you stick your cheese up with it's in the dining chain and you eat it. Exactly,
I'm gonna put this
Roger.
on my
Exactly.
list.
I am proud. I am a proud man.
I'm gonna put this on my list.
No,
Someone
that's no
use.
problem.
If only I had
You
the
go
power
with where
to.
you're from. I live in
What did
NL,
you just say?
Northwest.
Man. Give me a minute.
Stephen.
Give me a minute. I'll be right back.
Stephen, guess what? I muted him. Go get your sweary jar.
He's giving you the evil eye. quick, get the TikTok. Doo-dum, 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 doo-dum.
People say I'm white. Jesus. Oh, that's just a lie.
Is Jesus there with you?
Yeah.
Hey,
He
I
said-
will
he
be
said-
back in. I will be back in 1 minute. I'm going to go and get food. Yes.
You're going to go put food in your ass.
No,
That's what
I'm going to go and get food. I need to go and get food. Yes, from the microwave. Yes.
No, this is
Always make sure you listen to a Scottish man really carefully, because otherwise it sounds apparently like he's going to go put some food in his ass.
That's what I thought he said. I thought the same thing.
Do you get a classy bum?
Look at
What'd you
that,
say?
my
You got-
grandmother. This
You got-
man here called
you got-
Turner.
What do you say? He's got a clammy bum.
Come on,
What are you doing?
I'm gonna spit out this drink before I've even sipped it.
What'd you find?
Ah,
You've been playing in the water.
I'm gonna hide Stephen.
Hello.
Anyway, back to the chat.
Yes.
What happened to the chat?
I don't know. What did happen to the chat?
I know Stephen comes on, talks about Scotland, everyone goes quiet. Don't know why.
Maybe Styles' gone to have a bath. Sorry, Roger.
Stacy's probably gone to shave his ankles or whatever.
If you have a look, Styles has been a little bit active. It's a yes, go in and few lessons.
I reckon Stacy's probably charging up his, what is it? His manscaping tools.
You very much yes.
From Luss.
You might come with his boxing gloves next to it, says, I fight you, G. And then they're hugging you. Hugging.
I'm going to actually shave in a few minutes. See? I don't make this stuff up.
No.
I'm not that clever.
What are you shaving, Stylesy?
Well, apparently yours shaves downstairs, he says. Don't know how many stories house he has.
You're a spanner. Can't you mute
You
like
stick
that?
the food in your bum.
No, I says I was going to get food.
What food did you get?
Porridge.
Pasta bolognese.
Oh. Did you have
Pasta
to boil that
bolognese.
yourself?
No, I bought it.
What's all sorts of it?
My face has, Mark. Is there any reason that you shave your face drawing a Hypersapien strap? When did that become a tradition, Stylesy? Do you just let the downstairs carpet go wild, Starsy?
Yeah,
You need
gee,
to get the hedge clippers for that.
gee. Yeah, look at your screen.
Stephen,
It's me, a gee. Look at your screen. Actual meeting.
it's just because we find it hard to understand. You need to always show us a visual.
Yeah, actual meeting.
Just so
That type of pasta with bolognese.
Is it
It's all right.
pre-prepared, Cherenada, or do you make it yourself?
No, I buy it. I buy it in.
Pre-prepared. There's Cooking and Margaret episode there, Cherenada.
Spaghetti bolognese.
It's spaghetti bolognese.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Were
Right.
his minions.
Yeah, okay. What a yeah.
But do you want me to tell you what's better?
I used to
Spaghetti
in the
bolognese with
afternoon.
tomato saucy.
Apparently, Starsy used to do it in the afternoon. But it got later into the day to the point where he's like, use this live stream as a reminder.
We the wife was watching the Truman Show the other night, and
Oh
it really is. It still stands up today, and Stylesy reminds me of the bloke. You know, they cut to the bloke that's always in the bathtub.
yeah.
So are we going to watch a film today?
Or I suppose it was somebody. Reminds me of some bloke that used to come on here, some fishing adventures or something. He was always having a bath or something like that.
Yeah. I think that was just I think that was just a metaphor for smoking pipes.
Yeah, probably.
Who knows? But
I'm gonna have a bath.
Cherenada,
sounded like
I
Peter
think you
Griffin.
need a shave.
You what? You what?
You what?
I think you need a shave.
I know I need a shave, but I'm not going to have a shave.
Yeah. Should start shaving on stream like Starsy. We could have a segment where both of you just start shaving the faces on the screen. Just
No. I like my look.
yeah, it is quite sexy. Especially when you spin her right round.
You spin me right round, baby, right round.
So did you put some Parmesan cheese on that bolognese?
Nope.
Oh, that's a good segment to get into some cheese.
Nope.
I was wondering when we're going to get into the cheese-spiracy.
Nope. The best thing about with pasta and bolognese, the best thing to put on it. Some people make that cheese on it, right? But me, I like to put tomato sauce on that.
Well, you do realise bolognese sauce is a slow cooked tomato-based sauce, right?
I don't know, but I like to put tomato ketchup on it as well.
You're an animal. Luckily, none. Oh, isn't Joanne Italian? Part Italian? That's it, Joanne. You need to get a Scottish sweaty jar, sweaty jar, and you need to get in an Italian sweaty jar.
Oh,
Joanne, do you know what I'm going to do? Every time I have a pasta dish, I'm going to put tomato sauce on it every time.
You remind me of this other guy we used to talk to, some sort of naked vlogger. And he used to put he used to put bloody tomato sauce and a bit of pasta and act like it was some fucking Gordon Ramsay stuff.
I remember that. Gee, I remember that.
It's full blooded as well. You're full blooded will be boiled blooded soon.
You're not digging in the dirt again, are you? It's raining, you're wet.
I love how they come in just like, I did good. We got wet.
To dry you off now.
There's that. You need to dry yours off now.
So maybe we'll change cheese-spiracy to tomato-spiracy on behalf of Stevenator.
Yeah, it's a Stevenator.
Uh-huh.
Nom, 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 nom. Oh, gee.
Oh,
Can we watch Place
Steven.
Academy 1?
we could watch it one time. That would be pretty funny. I haven't seen them in a long time. Tropic Thunder would be funny to watch just because how anti-PC it is.
No.
Well, that's one I
I
haven't
thought that
seen.
movie
so I'd
saw
like
that there too. But
You said you haven't. Yeah, you said you haven't seen it, Mark.
No.
Yeah, it'd be good to get your opinion on it, not seeing it, and then everyone who has seen it. But that's just it's a really weird film to say the least. But I think the less explaining is the better, really. So how's the food up your bum going, Stephen?
It's very, very tasty.
Did you put tomato sauce on it?
Mm-hmm.
In the land of Scotland, do you call it tomato sauce or do you call it ketchup?
Tomato.
Which one do you call it? Oh,
Tomato.
Tomato.
Mm-hmm. Tomato sauce.
Sauce.
Instead of tomato, it's tomato.
Yeah.
What's the tomato with you?
What's the matter with you? What the fuck's going on here? What you done? What you done? What?
Even the dog is like, what is that Scottish man trying to do?
I'm here. I'm going.
You're not going out there in the rain to get wet.
Yeah, even the dogs are like, I don't understand what that bloke's on about.
Come on.
But it's mad
That's
how I can
Scottish.
get it. It's good how I can get it. It does like, where the hell's that coming from? Watch.
Yes, Joanne. That's why the whole idea of me saying that Italians would be offended. He's putting tomato sauce on bolognese.
But he's not the only one. I knew of another bloke who did the same thing.
It's an amazing.
When we was in England, there was a family that our family were friends with. We used to catch up and go have dinner and all sorts of stuff. And one of the kids used to put tomato sauce on his roast dinner instead of gravy and stuff. It was roast meat and vegetables. Bit of tomato sauce.
What I used to do is
So when
see when I had
So when you're trying to, so what you're trying to say, Joanne, is Italians are just as confused about the English language as Americans.
The English language
Gravy.
is actually one of the most difficult ones to probably learn or understand.
Especially when
No
everyone
way.
uses one word to
Yeah, a bit like whether the
No.
weather is weather sort of thing.
no, but trust me. See people from
No way.
England.
Come on, there he is.
With people from England, see when I'm talking about Birmingham and all that, right? You're like, all right, bro, how you doing, bro? All right, G, how you doing? All right, Mush. You're like, speak freaking English.
Or what about there, and there? Which there do you use? You know,
There are only two of them.
In primary school, when they were, one of my friends, he always would get in not serious trouble, but the teacher would always correct him. He would spell they, They. He would put an A where the E was, so he would, because that's what it sounds like, They, and that's the way he spelled it, and he just one of those things.
That one's used to confuse me, and now I'm older, it makes more sense of why I used to struggle with the English language. The American spelling and the English spelling, some would have S, some would have Z, and then other words will so sometimes I'd always question if I'm spelling stuff right, like colour or whatever it might be. And there's the two different spellings. So.
Because we spell colour as COLOUR, and they spell it as COL.
In Australia.
Yeah, well, we say Z, where Americans say Z.
Z, yeah.
Yeah, Mark, what side of the road do you drive on?
I drive on the right side of the road.
You drive on the right side of the road?
Yeah.
Not the wrong side.
And is that the right side or the left side?
No, we drive on the left-hand side of the road in right-hand drive vehicles.
That's the correct way, right?
That spins out Mrs. Austin. Where the Americans are driving left-hand drive cars, and they drive on the right side of the road.
Exactly. Well, it's the same here. It's the same here over here. We drive on the right. We drive on the left side, but on the right-hand side. So there you are, Joanne. You're outnumbered. You're outnumbered. Because Joanne drives on the wrong side of the road. On the wrong side.
The Germans are coming.
See this? See this piece of thing here?
Yeah.
What is it?
It looks like a bit of metal.
No, well, sort of. But what sort of metal? What sort of? Actually, it's non-ferrous.
Aluminium.
What did you say, Roger?
Aluminium.
Right.
He can't say it either, so don't take a pee at me when I try and say it.
Joanne.
I was going to say it looks like a steak.
Well, it could be.
But then even steak has two different meanings.
Well, Joanne would call this aluminum. Not
aluminum.
We call it aluminium.
Aluminium.
Aluminum.
Say gorilla Charinator.
Shut up.
Aluminum.
Or the one word that gets me, especially you see it in a lot of American movies, is alumni.
Joanne, no. I'm not delusional. You're delusional. You're driving the wrong side of the road on the wrong side and the wrong side of the car. Me, Mark, and the rest of them will drive on the correct side of the road on the right side.
Yeah.
For dinner tonight, I had almonds. But the way the Americans say it probably makes more sense of how it looks when it's spelled. Almonds.
It's funny
In
how
my family, foil or silver paper.
Yeah, right.
Joanne, even though you're driving the wrong side, you're running the wrong side, and you're driving the wrong side in the car, I still love you. That's hands up if you're crazy.
Hands up if you want.
Megan, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Aye.
Crazy.
Mark, have you seen this? What Joanne sent to me? Have you seen this?
Seen what?
It's okay, Chair. I know the truth. You can't help that you drive on the wrong side of the road. No. You drive on the wrong side of Joanne.
Everybody in the world thinks Strauss and stuff.
You drive on the wrong side of Joanne. Is that what you said? It's okay, Chair. I know the truth. You can't help it that you drive on the wrong side. But
No, it's an ongoing joke with me and Joanne, isn't it, honey?
oh, bloody hilarious! No wonder it's been going for so long, Stephen. Just wet myself. The Crows fucking won by 5 points. Let's go. Bloody hell, Starsy. Oh no, that means Kodie will be rocking home in his full winter outfit soon, won't it? His scarf, his hat.
National Compass. Read by John Cook. There it is.
Starsy's out of control.
I'm almost done.
So apparently,
Mr. Pirate done.
apparently there's some sort of Soviet spacecraft that's out of control and it's going to splash down or crash somewhere.
It's supposed to be hitting the UK. Let's hope it hits Parliament.
Yeah, I don't think we'd be so lucky, Cherenado.
Right, bother. Right, so I was going to say, let's hope it hits Southampton.
Oh, it's not quite cheesepiracy, but yeah, Kanye Kanye, he bloody put up another song the other day. He's clearly trolling, but some people have way too much money and time to be doing huge productions of complete trashy songs that they're just making to annoy people.
So is he got his
Donald,
own
Donald.
studio or something, or does he go into a recording studio? Or
he used to be affiliated with Jay-Z and make Jay-Z beats, and then he started rapping on them and become famous and popular, and they don't really associate with each other anymore. He would have his own either record label or just his own little production company.
Joanne,
I've never really been a fan of the guy, but he's just... It's just kind of funny just to, like we were saying earlier, you don't even have to watch the Truman Show or whatever anymore. Just real life is way more funny than that.
oh yeah,
Look how wet you are. You know I'm going to
Joanne, what did you hear?
I'm going to have to find a towel and dry you off before
Yeah.
I get upstairs. Are you locked out, are you? You can just sit here.
So his new song is Hail Hitler, glorifies Nazis, mocks Holocaust victims, and taps into the rage of millions.
He's not bad enough for 7 minutes.
that'll go down.
Yeah, 7 minutes good. Where's it? X. That's it.
Where is it? Where has he released that?
On X before the first 7 minutes.
But Joanne, I would never say something like that.
Gonna say YouTube probably wouldn't allow that, right?
No, I don't think they would. No, I'd be very surprised if they did.
Yeah,
because
because
it
I
goes
remember
against
that one when
everything
he
they
was.
stand for.
Yeah, because I remember the one where he was talking about having sex with his cousin or whatever it was. That one wasn't officially on his YouTube or on Spotify. So yeah,
or
it'd be
anything like
like
that.
what you said. It'll be like a X or something like that, a platform that I guess allows
Yeah.
that.
It's actually on. It got banned after 7 minutes on X. Kanye West. It was, yeah.
How much money does he have? What's his worth or something?
I can look it
I'm
up
pretty
there.
sure he's a billionaire.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It says 400 million here, but that's just a quick search.
Serious?
In
How the hell did he
2020,
make that much money?
53 billion.
It says 400 million as of Feb 2025. Well, he did music, he did beats, like he was a famous producer. He was very heavily into fashion. I know he had his own line, even though they looked absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why anyone would buy them.
Yeah,
But he
but
had his own line of Adidas shoes because
Yep.
when he started, yeah, being like saying all this dumb shit that he said these days, they took away his deal with him.
did you say
$2.2 billion.
400 million?
Yeah,
That's more than Trump, isn't it? Like when that 400 million, that's no wonder he does dumb crazy shit, because look, when you get to that stage, there's no way you can spend that much money. You could buy virtually all the shit in the world and still he could partner with Elon Musk and go to space. He could do that 10
It says,
times over and still have change.
he claimed his net worth is 2.77 billion, but then Forbes estimated his net worth as 400 million.
But Donald Trump's a pure not a bunker.
Yeah, but let's put things in perspective. Like 4 million's a lot of money, right? 400 million, right? When you've got that much money, you just do whatever you want. You pay people to do whatever you want, and they do not argue. They just go, yeah, okay, no worries. He could go out and buy. He could go out and buy 10 Ferraris without blinking an eyelid.
Above African American Elon Musk.
I reckon Donald Trump's net worth is estimated at 5.2 billion by Forbes.
And Kanye West is 6.6 billion of Forbes, 6 billion that is. Kanye West is a little bit richer at 6.6. And Elon Musk got 388 billion.
Yeah, but
that's
when money is people like you and me concern ourselves with how much we earn, how much we spend, all that sort of thing. Those people don't. Because they don't have to worry about it. They have people who take care of everything, all their daily. They wouldn't even know. They wouldn't even know what the price of a loaf of bread is, or milk, or anything like that. They just, somebody does all that crap for them. They don't think about stuff like that.
What Kanye West is definitely trying to do, he's definitely trying to push boundaries so much. Because I saw a video of him the other day. It's just so stupid, but I just don't understand why he cares that much. But he was like, because he brought out that song saying that he had sexual relationships with his male cousin from a young age. Now he's like saying that now people think he's gay. He can get away with stuff that a gay person can get away with. So does that start making sense of why he does this shit? Because he's trying to basically program everyone to look at him a certain way, just so therefore he can get away with saying certain words. I think he was saying something like, "Oh, I can use the word bag and stuff now," because it's just. But I just don't understand how he gets off on it. He just must be a huge narcissist and have this huge ego problem to like use stuff like Hitler and gay, like he's kind of like weaponizing words and weaponizing situations, but it's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's just like I can't help but just laugh. But he's definitely pushing everyone so much that it's surprising that he hasn't had like anyone hasn't tried to kill him and stuff yet. That he hasn't had like he's not risking his life, and he still, from what I see as well, he still seems to walk around with very limited, if not any, security guards and stuff. Especially how much money he's got, how many people he's annoying, even if he's doing it in a trolling way,
Yeah.
where unless you're a complete idiot, you can see that he's definitely like trolling and trying to annoy people on purpose. But then he's still walking around with so I don't know. It's just it's that Truman Show type shit where you can just have to sit back and just, I guess, laugh or be, because I'm not offended by the guy, but he's just definitely got way more money and just has no brain of like the money he's got as if he's not doing anything like worthwhile with it. Like a lot of these people as well, they could be doing so much more to educate, help the world, help the planet, help the future. And they're just, even a lot of these billionaires, they're just like sending rockets into space. It's just like a little kids, really. They're acting like just children, really, with what they do.
You never know. They're probably helping more than what you realise, right? And you're only, and when it comes to like, we only hear a tenth of what they do, like the headlines. Somebody sees this person do something crazy, and next thing it's splattered all over, social media platforms, and maybe they are doing something. We just don't. That's the problem. We just don't know. We're not there. We're only seeing, a split second of their life.
So it's like even Kodie here, from what we've discussed, he's like he should stay off social media. But my point is that's what he wants people to react like. But then that's why stuff like X exists, because there's a platform. There's platforms out there for him to be able to say and to do what he wants without no sort of ramifications. That's the whole point, if you agree with it or not. But then what's the difference of him being able to say what he wants to someone else being able to say what they want? Just because you agree with one and you don't agree with the other, why really should he shut up? Like, why should he shut up and stay off social media? At the end of the day, if it offends you that much, just don't expose yourself to that. Don't go to his content. Don't go and look at it. Don't. So that's. And I'm not at all saying what he says and does is right at all. But it's right. That's why he's doing it. That's like you don't. It's like kind of like a social experiment, which. That's what I'm trying to explain to people right here. He's saying and doing this stuff just to get a reaction from you. And you're giving him the reaction you want by not just laughing and saying, what a fucking idiot. Like, why doesn't he spend his time doing more productive stuff with his time? But this is what he's choosing because he's obviously trying to get these reactions. Like, it even sounds like he trolled by saying that he had sexual relations with his cousin as kids. Just so now people are saying he's gay and stuff, where from what when trying to get inside his head, I don't think he's actually really done any of this stuff. He's just saying it so you look at him a certain way, and it's actually quite interesting if you look at it that way. It's a pretty interesting social experiment because he's so big, powerful when it comes to his media presence and how much money and influence he has because of that. That it just shows you how easy it is to get people to believe something if you say it yourself. It's like that Nicardo avocado guy that put on loads of weight and lost the weight, and basically people hated him for becoming what he became, and then he basically just went back to normal. It's like a social experiment. It's like you can make people hate you, or you can make people react to you in a certain way just from words you say and how you act. And it's pretty, if you like the guy or not, it's pretty interesting how you can brainwash people. You can brainwash people and program people pretty easy if you have the means to do so. And the means these days is a huge social media presence and a huge money to be able to back that up. So yeah, it's definitely crossed my mind in ways not to be a Kanye, but you can definitely, if I started saying and doing stuff even right here, right now, I could get everyone to react in a certain way if I wanted to.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. And then people will be saying, oh, maybe he's lost the plot, or maybe, you can, if I start acting out of character, and what is a character really at the end of the day? People probably feel like they know me pretty well from their experience with me, but if I start acting totally different than what I'm doing right here, right now, then yeah, I could change that narrative pretty easy, and I could change people's perception and idea of who I am or not. So it's just when people, even as I say, for Kodie, not trying to single him out, but stay on social media and this shit, it's like you need to look into shit deeper. You need to not just look at stuff on the surface. So even a flower or a tree or a plant, you can see for what it is above surface, but there's a lot more going under the soil than you need to start to realize. There's a lot more going. It's like if you look at the ocean, you look at the just the just the top of the ocean. There's so much more beneath it, and if you open up your mind enough, you'll start to realize that there's a lot more going on. But then all of this being said, it just shows you that he's got more money and he's just doing this stuff. Because I know Roger likes his wrestling, and you can have a wrestler that can be loved, and then they can be hated in a year or two because they change the story, they change the narrative. So if they want to represent someone as a hero, everyone will love them. If they want to represent someone as a villain, everyone will hate them. This exact same thing can happen in society. Someone like Kanye, with how much money, and you can actually tell he's obviously quite smart with how he's manipulating people, but he could actually turn all of this around and make people love him again. That's what people could do. You can turn all of this. You can brainwash and program people all again for him to turn all of this around and for people to say he's nice one day. That's just how easy it is to fool people, really. The whole Wizard of Oz type shit.
Yeah, but it's also where the storylines goes too, because this ain't translating into main events. There's also different levels of wrestlers as well, based on the talent as a wrestler as well. There's a high card, there's a mid-level, and there's a low-level grade wrestlers, and I base them in each company. Yeah,
because what I've came to realize, and I think about this stuff because Funk and Hungry has an okay following, or even other stuff I've done in the past has okay followings, but people love to hate stuff. So I've always wondered, the way I present myself, the way I act, it's fairly normal. But if you see what goes viral, it's always the weird, crazy, fucked up shit. Yeah. And sometimes these people are smart enough to do this on purpose. They will create characters or they'll do fucked up shit because they know that's going to get popular because it's going to go viral of them doing fucking stupid shit, and that's going to make them blow up. Yeah. And if you watch a lot of the big content creators, they do this. Some of them might have mental issues. They might be disabled or whatever. And unfortunately, the reason they blow up is because people want to laugh at people. People want to take the piss out of people. So if someone has a disability, people might laugh at that. therefore that person, that content creator, whatever they are, they'll blow up and become popular. So
I
it has
know.
definitely crossed my.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
definitely has crossed my. So it's definitely crossed my mind observing how society is and how social media works and how some people do this. Some people play into the stuff that they know is going to make them go viral. So you have to be careful to not just judge someone, or Kanye is, or just using him as an example again, but people are saying they're getting outraged. But these people are actually doing it for a reason, and they're getting fucking popular, wealthy, all sorts from it. So just sometimes before you react, just observe for a while and then see what happens. Because a lot of us aren't going to go viral or blow up, especially overnight. But there's this content creator I see a lot of times. He does food reviews, really normal, and then he'll just cover himself in shit and then start acting like an idiot. And he's getting popular, and he's growing rapidly fast. His content is getting popular, and most of it's, and if you look at the comments, most of it is like, this fucking, what's this idiot doing? What's wrong with this guy? What? But these people are still getting popular. They're getting their channels, their social media accounts are blowing up overnight, and basically we're making the people famous, the type of people that you don't want to see famous. So the only way you're not going to make these people famous is by ignoring it. But as the point I'm trying to prove is, people can't fucking avoid it. And that's the problem. Most people don't want to watch guys like us because we're just, relatively normal blokes just having a chat. But if we were, getting our dicks out and fucking getting a staple and jackass style, doing incredibly dumb shit, people are more likely to want to watch this. Instead of 11 people watching, we'll probably have like 11,000 or, a few 100,000 people watching. So, but yeah, it's definitely, I guess my point of all of that is definitely just look a little bit more. If you want to react like most people, a lot of these people are actually quite smart that are doing this stuff. They're manipulating the situation, and they're getting powerful and rich and popular off of it. So it's a fucked up and interesting world.
Yeah, Jay, what you were saying about people laughing at disabled people, that's how I can do it. I've took a step back.
Yeah, it's disabled. And I'm not perfect. I've laughed at people who make content, but you're laughing at them because they're a little bit weird or unique. But the reason some of these people these days are getting popular, and people that have like mental disabilities or whatever, is because people go in there just to be the keyboard warriors and say, you fucking look weird, or you this. But these people getting popular, these people start blowing up, and eventually, and then you have the negative people being mean to them, or you look like a fucking idiot. And then you get the people that like them because they are unique or putting themselves out there, but they might have a disability. And then you have these wars in the comment section of, stop picking on them, and all that's doing is feeding the algorithm to the point where these people are getting popular and getting a really big followings. So it's a pretty interesting world, especially with social media, and it definitely has crossed my mind at times, going, well, I'm not really going to get anywhere by just acting normal, even though you can't really probably call me normal.
Right.
But, just me doing food reviews in the style that I do it, it's no different really than stuff anyone's seen before.
But that's how I don't like
the
camera run.
But yeah, so my point is people like Kanye West who are trolling, or they're saying and doing all this dumb shit. There's actually more to it than him just doing it to try to piss people off, and it actually works.
Right, guys, I'm going to jump off, right, and I'll see you all next week.
All right, no worries, Stephen.
All
right. Catch you all later.
See you later.
Peace.
Peace and yeah. Hey, Kenna.
He's gone.
Gonski. I'm still here. 2 hours 46 minutes. So entertainment.
So it's like like if you want to discuss all sorts of topics, you need to try to put a lot of your emotion or your like even when it comes to Trump or Elon or whoever, like we all have our opinions of if you like them or not really, but you need to like put that opinion to the side and actually, if you want to discuss certain topics with a level head, because yeah, Elon definitely is a bit of a weirdo and does some crazy shit, but I mean he did take over Twitter and make X a platform where he's actually done the opposite of what like Meta and stuff have done, and gave people. That's why I was kind of interested when we were saying, well, Mark's like, oh, where's that song being released? And it's like, yeah, I've seen little bits of it on Facebook, but only like snippets of it. And I mean, I don't look into a lot of this stuff that much where I'm actually going to chasing down the song so I can listen to it or dissect it properly. But yeah, as Roger pointed out when we were saying that X would be the place that you would be able to see all of those sort of videos, that content without being censored. And I think even if any of us become such influential people and so rich like them, I'm sure even everyone being, close and caring about each other right here, I'm sure if any of us got into a position anywhere close to that, all of us would go, oh, some of that stuff he's doing is cool, some of that stuff he's doing is fucking stupid. You're going to have that money or direction or what someone's going to want to do with their lives. You're always going to have people that will see the vision and agree and understand what you're trying to do, and then there'll be stuff that, as I say, you can be close, family, relationships, even your kids or whatever. No doubt there's going to be stuff that, as close as you can be to someone, there's always going to be that disagreement and agreement there.
Yeah, there's more. If you want to go to get more loose, you have to go to Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, and there's a few others. If you want to talk more, there's more stuff like conspiracy theories. A bit more loose with certain topics in that. Lift lead on a few things. Rumble.
The funny thing was, YouTube once upon a time was that platform that did allow all of that sort of content on there.
This is so-called ad apocalypse happened where some of the bad sense community got upset because they said, "Oh, our ads is going in front of controversial videos, like certain beheading videos and all, and the other controversial video areas where even you be they're a bit touchy subjects as well." So Susan W, who was in charge of YouTube at the time, her hands were tied and she had to obey what they say. Because as is saying, otherwise, if you don't do something, you have to roll our ads back, and most content creators get zero what they make.
So it's pretty interesting what which I feel is a pretty interesting topic or just discussion is how many good or bad people are there. No one is obviously born to be racist or bad people. You're taught that, or you become that way from experience. But there's definitely the elites or the 1% or maybe even 5% they called it. There's definitely a very small percent of people that are bad. The problem is that, like I was saying, with all the stuff I said before, people are very easy to program and brainwash. That's I feel the big problem is
Yes.
that the world doesn't really have that many bad people in it. They're just easy to influence and control.
So, what did I do? Only 36 to get 500.
Apparently, I was getting a bit loud before the wife actually sent me a message on Messenger. Turn it down.
Oh,
That's
what,
true,
what was we
Joanne.
doing?
We have different
What was we
perspectives.
doing?
Oh, I was getting a bit shit when I was going on about, how Kanye and that with their money and that. Apparently, she could hear me down there. I was a bit loud. Maybe the neighbours heard
See,
the same thing. That's why.
bloody Kanye's getting everyone to drink. Bloody prick.
Sent you a couple of things on X that you might be interested in. Oh, one I thought was just absolutely hilarious, and the second one was like, hang on, I can't believe this. And one you can't show on here, the other one we probably could.
What?
That's what I said. Which
Well,
one?
speaking of twats and hats, Kodie the Aussie gnome is here. How are you? All right, hang on. I'll bring him back in. And here is Kodie the Aussie Alistair and Bruni. Dun, 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 dun. How are you there, sir?
Was a bit
I'm
cold.
doing
Cody.
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm doing much better now because the Crows won. So, yeah.
I didn't see this. I think Mike must have sent that last time. Haven't noticed how dogs only come in male and female, and cutting their balls off doesn't make them female.
No, I didn't send that one.
Oh,
Hey, AJ.
Yoda girl.
King Cody's
Oh,
here.
what the fuck?
The man who can teach us all how to do it well organised and good at ball screws, eh?
That's right. That's the one.
Teach us, Cody.
Stylesy, how'd you go shaving your balls? I mean, your face, mate.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you've
Shave
missed out.
upstairs or downstairs this time?
You've missed out.
Both.
Ah,
I
damn.
asked him that question. He
Both.
says he only shaves his face.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm really getting told to shut up.
Apparently gets the hedge trimmers to do the rest of it.
Do you reckon we can play that that one on X about the Batman?
The penguin one.
Yeah.
See that? Oh.
Well, I haven't actually seen what it is.
Deadline is here. You must have your real ID or a passport in order to fly domestically. But as you mentioned, you aren't going to be prohibited from flying if your ID is not yet compliant. To talk about more about this family that contagious is kids being a security driver.
Oh. Come on, robot. This is back back
I didn't even finish it all, but that's just ridiculous. How could you walk out of the house just what as if no one stopped her and just said you might want to second guess this. Oh my god. Someone to lick my lollipop.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I think you just found one, AJ.
Ah, no. I didn't mean it like that.
So you like, oh, nice. To a certain
That doesn't mean
wine wizard.
anything. Jeffer,
What
that means
flavor's your
cleaner.
lollipop?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I thought you were vegan, Joanne. You're going to start getting into meat lollipops.
Oh no, let's not start with that again.
Sorry. I was in a happy and weird mood today, that's all. Rose 1, Cody. How much by?
Yeah. Yep.
How much I won by?
Just by 5 points. Yeah.
Oh, Dylan's team won too.
Yeah.
Dylan B.
That's good. Nice.
Robin won by 20 odd points.
Oh wow. Yeah, I've seen he's posted a video about that. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, wow. Good on him.
He seemed happy in the video when they won, though.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Was the video
You too,
of Cody happy when they won?
Well, Dylan B only posts videos if his AFL team Carlton wins. That means he seems to post it up and all happy in that. He's a passionate Carlton supporter. He is just like Cody's a passionate Crow supporter, yeah.
That's right. Yep.
And that's like my brother Robert Croft, like his NRL team, the Canterbury Bulldogs, which won on the weekend too.
Oh, nice. Good on him.
By 12 points, 32-20. After trailing half time. Oh, that's like all things Canterbury Bulldogs.
Apparently, Donald Trump says India and Pakistan have agreed to cease fire. That was a little bit of news that I forgot to cover this week. You see, did you guys hear that India and Pakistan was having conflict?
Yes, I've been told many a time. I did.
Yeah.
Robert Hoffman would tell me that secret is ceasefire in the mornings.
Yeah, I don't keep up with all that, so
it'll be about a billionth time they have a conflict, and it'll be this time they have a ceasefire.
They're having talks, or
yeah, well, apparently Trump. I don't know really what Trump has to do with India or Pakistan, but apparently he knows. Apparently, he knows what's going on.
Apparently, pardon me.
Pakistan and India agreed to a mere ceasefire.
Apparently, the rapid escalation of conflict between the neighboring states was sparked by a massacre of tourists last month in India-controlled Kashmir.
Yeah.
Have already fought 3 wars over Kashmir.
They both want Kashmir, that's all. Donald Trump says India and Pakistan agreed to a ceasefire. India and Pakistan agreed to a ceasefire deal after the United States mediated talks to end their conflict. The announcement on Saturday ends 2 countries' most serious confrontation in decades that left dozens of civilians dead. Pakistan also announced its airspace has to be open, which was closed in the conflict. So he's only mediated talks to make sure they do a deal, basically. Like, he oversaw to make sure they do a deal. He oversaw it to make sure they make a deal, this sort of deal to stop fighting. And Pakistan said they opened the airspace now since they have a ceasefire. So good to stop fighting for now. For now. Which wouldn't have saw because I got play started again about 2 days later, but enough said. Well, that's
Actually,
sort of what I
I do. I'm
used.
pretty sure it was me that said that, Stylesy. But anyway, I've even got the
Is this
notification
man
to prove it.
It called this man who's worldwide famous.
Yeah, the Indians love me, especially the females.
Well, as far as my view race goes, my sixth biggest country watching me is India. Behind Australia, US, New Zealand, UK, and Canada. India 6th, Turkey 7th, Germany's 8th, 9th is Ireland, and apparently I get one view in Japan.
If it did get worse, who would
Considering all
UK
my
and who would UK and Australia have to back up? They're more affiliated with India, aren't they?
USA,
Yeah, USA isn't a part of the war, though. Pakistan or India.
well, it's actually India itself. Like I got more views, slightly more views than UK has. Like earlier, probably I got 6.4% people from India and 5.3% from the UK.
Yeah,
Because I looked earlier today.
I'm thinking they've got a closer relationship with India when it comes to
50-50.
Well, that's
think
something
UK
else that happens that we didn't. That's something as well that we didn't discuss that happens. The UK, the Australian politics, the Prime Minister stuff, voting.
Okay, the woke Albanese one.
Does anybody care?
So does anyone care?
I don't really
Well,
care about Twitter that fucking much.
I don't really care, but also not much has happened in that has been incredibly bad in Australia since Albanese has it. Do you think he's changed, or because they were saying that but I guess it just like I've explained with Trump, it seems like they want a certain agendas to happen, and then they just like flip them, and then just like love to change everything.
Yeah.
Albanese is
A lot of the time, they're just a figurehead, and it's the people behind the scenes that are pulling the strings. It happens a lot.
Well, that's true. What he said. Mark is right. It's what they call a shadow government, isn't it right, Mark? What you're saying, Roger? A shadow government? You say a shadow type government is behind the scenes and that.
I don't know, but there are powerful people behind the scenes that we don't see or don't know that are pulling the strings.
And as I always say, follow the money.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Where you follow the money, you get the people. Yeah.
Is Kanye? Is he a part of Bohemian Grove, or is he been there, done that? It doesn't interest him anymore. Or?
I suppose he would be if he's rich. You have to be a rich male, and you have to be a rich male. Like you'll be able to be a politician, a rich businessman, or part of the male royalty. Yeah,
we should ask Kodie what his opinion on Kanye West is.
He's a dickhead.
If you're rich, you can get invited there. Like, for example, let's say Cody's very rich and powerful. He gets invited there, you know. So, Kodie, I know you're not rich. So, okay, I know you're not
nice,
rich.
Though.
Well, I guess one easy way to put it when it comes to Kanye West, he was heavily affiliated with Jay-Z, which is there's a lot of evidence to say that he's a Freemason. He uses a lot of Freemason symbology. Even his record label used to be like they used to put up a rock, which was very similar to obviously a lot of Illuminati / Freemasonry symbology. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff with him that's involved, and the fact that Kanye was heavily involved with him at one stage, but I feel like he's definitely moved away from Jay-Z, and they pretend they want nothing to do with him. But I'm sure he's done a lot of the stuff that Hey Diddle Diddle, the Cat and the Fiddle did, and the rest of them. So
you don't want to be rich because you tend to lose friends when you're just a working class man. If you're up to be rich, your circle of friends comes from big amount to very small. Yeah,
Well,
that's something you don't want to be in, Cody. Do not be rich, rather you too.
It does. Apparently, it does two things. It makes you a better person or a bigger asshole.
Yeah, you come from asshole, normal asshole to, if you're rich, suddenly you feel like a big asshole. Yeah, just like he said.
which is
How he's smiling.
kind of go to tie in and go back to what we said about politics. Really, the most rich and powerful people you don't see on TV or very rarely in media and stuff anyway.
That's right.
Even when it comes to all of these people, not just the politicians, the prime ministers, the entertainers, the musicians we're talking about, they're just to distract you from all these people that you'd never see at these places. People that don't go around flaunting themselves. They're too busy in their mansions wearing, animal skins and weird Illuminati face masks and prancing around like a bunch of idiots. Like the Rothschilds, haven't looked into them for a while. They're fucking Mr. Burns. It's definitely based on old Jacob.
It's amazing, isn't it? Well, on that night, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to head off. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I think we'll close it here. Sorry, Cody, that we're shunning them after you've kind of joined, but
that's okay.
We'll wrap it up, wrap it in. Let me begin.
Wrap it up.
Make a song about having sexual relationships with my cousin. Anyway,
I'll hang around till the end.
Yeah.
All right. So another big shout out to all the mums out there. Happy Mother's Day from all of us here at the Hypersapien Show. Shout out to the co-host here, Roger the Pirate. Shout out to Mark and congratulations, Mark Shed Talk, for reaching 800 subs. Also, we had Cherinator.
Thank you.
And thank you, Cody, for joining at the end. And I'm glad that your team won and you're pumped up and in a good mood. And for everyone else who joined us here tonight, appreciate it. And hopefully you enjoyed the crazy, witty, weird banter that we always have here. All right, much love, everyone, and we'll
all these legends on screen.
Yeah, especially Roger.
Especially him, and Cherinator.
Yeah,
King Cody, King. It's the worldwide famous Cherinator, worldwide famous Cody, worldwide famous. This man here, because you'll also subscribe to the Hypersapien TV, I noticed, because I refreshed it once and has 70 now to nice. 69.
69.
And we got to 800.
All right, but we'll love you and leave you, and we're all getting ready to go to the lands down under, the Slumberland, Dreamworld, Dreamland. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.